Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, Frostiker from Germany. Hello, hello. Thanks for coming along to the stream. Welcome, Frostiker from Germany. Oh, it's gonna repeat itself. There we go. I've got to get rid of that. That's fine. Make sure my computer doesn't mind. Let's just jump back into it. Hope you enjoyed the cats whilst you waited. Let's put most of this back on properly. Yep, that's fine. Yep, I think I've got everything set up. I keep hiding and unhiding things, so that should be everything available. No worries. No PTR today? Well, technically, Uber, we did PTR yesterday, so we gotta give the non-PTR fans a chance. I know it's hard to hear that there's some people that maybe don't want PTR, but we gotta show everything off. We gotta go back to normal legends here and there. But yeah, that'll be fun. So we'll just do random party to start us off. Just some nice, easy plays. We're gonna re-roll if we get less than 4 characters, unless it's really good like yesterday. Oh, I totally agree. PTR is sweet. Absolutely sweet. But every now and again, it does do my head in sometimes. There's so much to do. So it's good to just relax on normal legends. So yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I can't wait to keep doing more PTR. But we'll just do some... Oh, I'm speaking over myself as I'm doing stuff. We'll just do random starts with legendary difficulty as usual. Into the decked out citadels, trade buildings, 5 settlements, 35 fest settlements, 5 factions. And then my usual settings of less scaling because it's painful. But yeah, we'll re-roll if we get less than 4 people, because then that sort of makes it not really a party. Hopefully we get some magic backgrounds to play with. I hear in the recent patch they did fix the magic staves, the magic staff, so it actually helps work properly with some of the magic that's in the game. But I'm not 100% sure how that's going to affect it, so hopefully it's all good. We started with 5, that's a good start. What did we get? Disowned Noble, a Widow, ugh. Cannibal, oh boy, an Enchanter, and a Rat Catcher. That's an interesting start. Stats-wise, wow, that's an interesting Disowned Noble. Pretty decent. In terms of potential, there's potential, but could roll low. Definitely melee. The Widow, that's the strongest Widow I've seen in a while. Wow. Man, you don't find Widows like that, do you? Sheesh. Got ourselves the Cannibal, which I'm worried about. He's probably going to eat everybody. But he is capable of maybe doing like a hybrid... He does have quick hands. Does he get throwing weapons? Yeah, we could try out a hybrid build today. Definitely a bit available. Maybe like a polearm. He doesn't get polearms, but we could do like a reach flail into throwing weapons. Or staff into throwing weapons. Definitely possible. I'll write that down so I don't forget. Hybrid throw. Enchanter is garbage. But he's probably just going to be there. Oh yeah, give away names, definitely. Sorry, I forgot to mention it. I am still trying to get used to speaking about everything at once with the streams. But yes, if you want to be the hybrid, definitely be a hybrid Frostiker. K-E-R, there you are. Definitely see how we go with that. Headhunter might make a difference as well. Camp cooking, you know, because cannibals are very good at cooking. But Frosty, yeah, sure. Sure. Might be easier for me to pronounce and say it. Frostiker, because I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. Enchanter is pretty crap, but interestingly gets the Vala Disharmony magic and the Chanting Mastery and not much else that I can see. Yeah, interesting. Probably like a backliner that doesn't do much. That we kind of still want to keep alive. For some reason. Rat catchers, I do love them, and look at that initiative. That is disgusting. The melee attack is a bit lacking, though. 69 to 79, and there's no gifted. There is net casting, so we could do like a one-handed duelist that throws nets with quick hands, although I don't know if quick hands helps with the nets. I haven't done nets in a little while. But I'd say maybe one-handed slash nets. Oh, dodge, for sure, dodge. And impatient always makes it nice. So hybrid means we'll stay in the back ranks. The widow is front ranks for sure. Something front lines. So Uber, which one did you want to be? And the disowned noble is front ranks, but... well, there's no buts. They both just work on the front ranks. So it's fairly balanced team. Could go with Cleaver. Do we get Recover? No, so Cleaver's not an option. Duelist, so it's a two-handed weapon. You can go two-handed Flail or two-handed Hammer. Compared to this one, which is going to be... there is Recover. Roxy's... oh, hey, Roxy's. Kill of the cannibal, or you might take a bite of the... yeah, well... that is true. That's why I hate cannibals in my party, but just for the fun of it, we'll keep him this time. And see if he accidentally noms on anybody else. Normally, I just would never, ever allow a cannibal into my party. But for the fun of it, we gotta see what happens. You want the noble? Yeah, no worries. Yeah, everyone wants the cannibal now that I've got a cannibal in the party. What should we grab? Uber is going to grab a, most likely, one-handed duelist or something if you want. Oh, but Battleforged means you're really leaning towards the two-handed weapons. There is no quick hands, which makes two-handed weapons hard to do. Ah, it's a bit of a tricky situation. Definitely tricky. We could go into, like, duelist spear or something. There's maybe duelist. And this one's definitely a two-handed something. Two-handed flail? That would be fun. Anyways, let's sort ourselves out. Too hard to think about Legends. You've been cursed by PTR. Yeah, I can totally understand that. When you start lurking with 500 perks and then go down to like 200, it makes a big difference to try and be like, oh wait, I'm missing out on all this fun stuff. Anyways, let's go and get some armor just to keep our guys alive. Yeah, and shields for sure. There's not much range. Do we need food? No, not really. The food you start with on a random party is not too bad. So, shields, armor. Yeah, the Magician's Robe is actually a pretty decent armor, 1 for 40. Cleaver, Frosty, we've got to give that up for the moment. Get you a polearm or something. There's really nothing available here, and this quest will probably be too much. No, it's not too much for us. It's finding a location. Not far to the northeast, sure. Let's get paid to just go northeast. Sweet, that was easy. Necromancer, no thank you. We'll take our money and go. No new quests. Now I forgot to show off the map. What do we have? A beautiful river going straight through the middle of the map. That helps with teleporting sometimes, because there's a dock there. A couple docks along the way. There's a... wow, that's way out of the way there. But there's a dock to it. Sweet. There's no dock to that southern state. It's not a bad map. Is there any cities we could, like, pick on? We could pick on the fish people, I guess. The yellow ones. Possibly. It's It's always tough to try and pick on certain factions, because you kind of need as many quests as you can in the early game. We'll go over here to see if we get some quests to start us off. And to buy some more shields. But of course it's nighttime. No, we're not doing Undead Location. No, thank you. But we will stick around till morning. Wow, we can actually start crafting runes, but we don't have the perk for it. Does he get the perk? Did I miss that? No, he doesn't get the perk. Oh, we can't just get free runes from the first day. We'd have to get ourselves a Vala. That's the only way to do it. But we'd have 2 people working on it. That's why having these magic starts are really cool. It's the Enchanter and I think the Runesmith are the 2 people that can join you to make runes. There might be more, but I just know it's these 2 can. And yeah, it makes your rune production really, really fast. So instead of doing that, let's just get some medicine during the night whilst we've got nothing to do. There we go. 2,000 crowns, hire 6 people. That's pretty easy to do. We have 5 people at the moment, I think. Good relations. Hiring a 6th person is probably the easiest thing to do. What do we have available to us? We've got miners. They're usually really good. I also really love grave robbers, especially ones that are $260. A ranged one? That sounds a bit weird. I guess there is bow mastery or crossbow mastery. With high initiative, you could go for overwhelm with a gun. There is overwhelm. But grave diggers don't, grave robbers either, don't have the best range skills. I'll switch out and check out these miners first. I'm definitely not doing a ranged miner. Yeah, no, that's really bad. I know you're tempting me, game. You're really tempting me to do ranged melee builds. But I'm not doing it. Yeah, that's still not that great either. Farmer's really cheap. Oh, I normally don't roll farmers, but that piques my interest. There is shield? No? No shield mastery. There's recover. Gifted. Ooh, gifted helps. Yeah, I'm interested in this farmer, and I'm interested in this grave robber, and I'm ready to be disappointed. But crossbow or gun mastery seems to be the right... Oh, we're also full. Yeah, I didn't realize that. I keep forgetting they changed the perk, the roster situation. That's kind of bad. 75 is a bit low. Plus 3 is 78. Plus backstabber, plus... polearm? Pitchforks are nice for polearms. He's got fragile and he still has 61 health. That's strong. I'm not sure. He can go medium armor, which is really nice. We can showcase that. I'm trying to showcase that in almost every playthrough we're doing. The medium armor upgrade is really nice. But, yeah, I'm not super sold on his abilities. Yeah. 68 with range is garbage. 31 defense is good, but 75 attack. He's just gonna fall off. So let's get rid of him. Sadly. And pick up the grave robber. And let's see if I made a better decision here. Not really. Not really. But charming is very helpful. And extra initiative is always nice. Well, we might as well keep him for the moment. make sure we get that ambition done. But yeah, dang it, we didn't get super great rolls. But we'll have to live with one of our decisions. That's okay. Let's switch out some helmets to the front line just so they're looking a little bit healthier. And we will grab some of their cheap stuff, hopefully. There's a cheap pitchfork, definitely grabbing that. Cheap shields. Nice armor. 92 is a bit expensive for a leather jacket, but we might as well grab it early. Do we get the pointed sticks? Yeah, we do. Repair that. It's looking good. Yep, okay, so backlines can get now 30s. That's nice to see. Actually, there we go. No, I don't want to do the wooden flail. I'd rather go with the pointed stick. I do have a soft spot for the pointed stick for the first few days of the game. It actually makes a nice difference. And what was this quest again? An undead location. No, I'm done with that. Let's hope this nice big city... Yeah, big cities usually have good quests for you. So, definitely something we can do. That's looking nicer. Follow the tracks. Love follow the tracks. Bergen set a location. For 450, that's a little steep. We might have to do like a follow the tracks first. And then on the way out, we can do a caravan. That's a nice setup. Definitely pretty good. Cheap shield, that's great. Cheap helmet. Cheap 55. Everything's coming up well. We'll undo that. And that's looking pretty decent for the entire party. With this, I know early game it's fun to play with nets, but the shield's going to make a bigger difference. 17, 17, 21, so that's pretty good. We'll give you the net, just in case we need it. But can we get another pointed reach weapon? We cannot. The backline might just have to sit out for a little bit, or join the fight late. Oh, I am interested. That's $100. We can make a little coin on that. And the venison we won't make a coin on. We can buy super cheap food instead. Sweet, that sorts us out. The quest we were taking was the right one, wasn't it? Yep. Sweet, let's get into it. Oh, I forgot to finish the ambition by camping. To instantly finish the ambition. But at least the game realized I needed to do it. 5 arena wins is horrible. Yeah. Allies is good. Because this city we're going to probably finish a couple quests in. Every location takes forever and 2,000 takes a bit. So let's make some friends. A couple of thugs might give us some good armor. One poacher means, yeah, we could have fought them at night, but it doesn't really make a big difference. Oh, I want that peasant flail and that flail. That makes our shields kind of obsolete, but we'll have to see how it goes. They're going to make us rush them. Fine. Take the high ground as best as we can. Dexter? Yeah, sure thing. Welcome, kiddo, welcome. I'll switch out the names after the fight, though, because I can't fix the names in a fight. 4 action points per turn with the two-handed shovel. Yeah, not a great weapon, but we'll do what we can with it. They have less armor than us, so it should do something at least. Technically, this isn't a bad move, but I kind of want to wait so we can get some surround bonuses. Yeah. Should have thought of that as well. No helmet. 0 defense. It's a bit risky moving you. We'll wait. Move forward. Go for this hit. Oh, that headshot. That was beautiful. Let's go for this. Nice. Look at that pointed stick. There's a reason why I love it. Uber, let's do this. Headshot. Ha! Ha 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 ha! That's the way. That's the way to do it. That means we practically have that 65 armor drop. Peasant Flail's gonna destroy us. Yep. Called it. The shovel. That's the first shovel kill we've gotten. Might have to keep it for a little bit. I'm considering using the net, because this guy's going to destroy us a little bit. And nets are super cheap. So, just for the sake of the fact that we won't be able to kill him next turn before he hurts us again, let's slow him down. I mean, it's spending a net, and oh goodness, he could kill Frosty. Okay, so Frosty's going to go here. Accidentally miss. We're going to rush here. Rush here. We can't stun anybody with a shovel, which I kind of think we should be able to. The poach is leaving, that's fine. Beautiful. He still goes for attacks even though he's in a net. That's dedication right there. Shovel does not do that much. Frosty, do we risk it? No. He's out of stamina, though. Which means he can only attack once a turn after this. But if he hits you in the head, you're kind of screwed. Let's wait. The poach is still in it. Oh, I keep forgetting to put the red stuff on. We could kill him now. And it doesn't affect his friend, sadly. That will. Oh, I forgot Psyche doesn't have the helmet either. It's 7. 6 on 1. And he's surviving. With a net on his head as well. Come on, man. Finally. I think this guy's escaping, though. Yeah, that's it. That's a good first fight. And I think we got that 65. Yes, we did. Oh, thanks, Uber. Nicely done there. And we got the reinforced wooden flail. Sadly, we didn't get the peasant flail, which is the reach one. I love peasant flails to start the game. But at least we got that one. Very strong drops. No, we're paid to return it because we want to make friends. Thank you. With the name that you wanted... who's at the front lines? We've got the two-handed flail person. Yeah, we can name you Dexter there. There you are. We need to do some fixings on the armors, don't we? That is true. And give you the basic flail for the moment. Yeah, that's shaping up pretty well. Switch that out. Have the broken net, so eventually our rat catcher, which is this person, we can get the net repair ability, which it's one of them. It's that one, isn't it? Yep. You get 10 melee defense whilst holding a net, which is pretty cool. It's kind of like having your own little parrying dagger sort of thing, or a buckler, even though I think those two are kind of a little bit better. But it allows you to craft nets in the tent. So if you're out in the wilderness and you're running out of nets, definitely not a bad thing to do. Nicely done. Not much else needs to be done here, I think. We're still mostly healed up. Dexter could use a little bit more healing. With this upgrade, I think we could take the Brigands. I think this is a risk, but I think we can do it. How many hours does it take to heal? 5 hours for hit points, and we can spend all those 5 hours gathering, I guess. That works. And the locations in the plains, good, good. Not a fan of the forest this early on. There's only one thug. Oh, I didn't see that. Well, we have a chance to get some good armor. That's the optimistic looking on the side of things. Oh boy. And we get a chance to get a hooked blade. Or we've got a chance to get our heads cut in. Yeah, I probably should have saved that net. Oh boy. Well, let's see how we go. There are a few easy kills amongst the group here, so we're going to try and prioritize them. Sadly, they're not prioritizing dying. Nice lucky 20% there. I'll be happy getting this hit off, or not. We'll shift north, that's what we'll do. Because if we can focus corralling these guys slowly... 1, 2, 3, 4, that's not bad. We want to put the polearm in the middle, so we'll go out here. There for the moment. And that sort of keeps us safe with the red stuff. Yeah, no, this fight... 450 bucks early on. They're paying us well. But, sheesh. If we get some good numbers, we can take it. It's all about the numbers. And, Frosty, that's the way we start. That's exactly how we start. Gray's Nick, he dies as soon as his turn happens. Sweet. He's got cool perks, though. He's got Stable Shoveler, Hay Baling, and Battle Flow. Interesting. As long as that archer doesn't get too many more lucky shots on us, we'll be okay. Oh, I am so tempted to walk forward after this rabble. He's going to move forward and hit us next turn. So Dexter's in a bit of a tricky spot. I probably should have shuffled everybody back one square. But I am too tempted to go for this hit. The shovel can come down to assist. Let's get this nice hit. Beautiful. Yeah, he bleeds out. That's perfect. Look at those resolve checks. Beautiful. Technically... I just don't want him to hit us. There's really hardly any place we can go that stops him from getting a free hit. I want to move back one space, but then that puts Frosty in a little bit of danger. Not a crazy amount, but just a little bit. But I think we have to do it. Don't get hit in the head, Frosty, and we'll be okay. That's a good headshot. We need this hit. Dang it. Can we get this guy? Nope. But at least we get to go first. Frosty is very fast. I want the guaranteed headshots, but that's 34%. Okie dokie. That is gigantic. What a shot. Then I'm just going to waste a normal hit. Yeah, that's fine. What? What was that? He did the exact same thing we did to him and just insta-shot us from full health. Okay. So the battle changes forward and backwards, doesn't it? The raider decides to go up north and get himself very breaking, which is very good for us. I'm going to wait because he's going to move forward. And we can stab him again. Frosty's in danger. It's a bunch shovels versus shovels. If I go here, I can break those two. Almost. Almost. Can we get this guy? Beautiful. Beautiful! We got the raider to flee before he even swung a hit. Oh, that's the best. Absolutely the best. Do you get anything better than that? That's just living the life. I want to hit someone... Probably this one. Yeah, that's good enough. And going here, so when he runs, we're fine. Someone needs to... Yeah, we're going to probably lose Walter. The shovel match. He's losing the shovel match. Dexter, please don't die to this guy. He's already killed somebody. Ooh, he survives a spear shot. Don't you get wise ideas, poacher. I'm going to go here into here. I said here. Okay, Uber, that was very unlucky. This bandit rabble is destroying us. The brigand is going to get away. You deserve all the pain and suffering, mister. Yeah, I saw that happening. I want to chase this guy down, but if he instant rallies in front of our face, we're screwed. That's just a fact of life. This is risky, but we have to keep this fight going a little bit. I'm going to go here so they can't flank for Frosty, because that's exactly what they're trying to do. No, he doesn't rally just yet. Fair enough. Okay, good. Good dodge. Nice try. I want to get that guaranteed headshot. Yeah, guaranteed headshot, please. That's beautiful. Normal shot. Good kill, Dexter. Yes, the white flags. He's returned. Kind of scared to fight him now, though. In all honesty. And then we can chase him away by doing this. Oh, that's too risky. I'm not going to do it. Oh, he came back. Okay, that's good and bad at the same time. Axe in one turn. Okay, we didn't get to kill him. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I was like, how did he do that? He went around. Dexter would get completely wrecked. Frosty's gonna get wrecked. His turn's done, though. What if we do this? And hopefully not die. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Not dying. Whoa, he's rolling on 28s. That's not too bad. Could be worse. Poacher's gone. Good, no random arrows after us. Please get this surround. Let's wait. Surround. Someone's gonna die. Frosty has high initiative. I want to attack and then hopefully beat him in speed. If not, he kills us. It's worth a risk. That was too much of a risk. No, we're running them down. Yeah, that was too much of a risk. Dexter's dead. We get the 40%, we walk away. And these two instantly flee. Not exactly how I wanted that to go. We get the rally at least, yeah. End combat. Sheesh, he did not have to get that lucky hit. Well, Walter survives with just a missing nose. That's not too bad. Dexter, sorry man, you did just join us. But that was a really unlucky hit. That should not have happened. And we lost sight because, yeah, that made sense. He got completely wrecked. 58 bucks. We got a 65 Gambison. We got most of what we lost back. So it was still technically a win, but technically that hurt. Yeah. But that was unfortunate. Okay, we're up to 1500. That's looking pretty good. A brand new quest. The Day to the North delivery, maybe? How are we doing for friendlies? Jarlstead is open to us. It's getting close. Is there someone we can hire? That's tempting. That is super tempting. $1,000 for a hunter. Yeah, bye Dexter. We might have to sub you in for someone differently. Sorry about that. Yeah, the game just said no. We did take a risk. It would have been such a valuable risk if we won that, though. We had like a 80% chance of getting that raider. And the game said no. I want to check the brawler first. He's garbage. I'm not going to check apprentices. I do that normally for the other run. Apprentices aren't... Can you see this? Look at this. 390 for a militia. I don't even care that it's a ranged militia. Ranged militias can do throwing mastery. I'm taking it. Keen on another brawler? No, 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 nope. 430 for a shepherd, maybe? Mate. Oh, there's a shield maiden, but for 2.6 grand. Yeah, I guess the shepherd's a possibility. But the problem is with the roster changes, you have to be super picky about what you get in your party. You do not get more than 6 people for a while, so you have to be very happy with the 6 people you have, or you're going to get sick of them real quick. There's a $500 militia as well? But he's garbage. Okay, that makes sense. So we've lost the chance at the hunter. That's fine. I'm happier with the militia. But the trick is, do we go for this shepherd? No, because he's a melee shepherd. I mean, he does get +1. Does he get Wind Reader? He does. Maybe. More importantly, we've got a militia with 83 melee skill, range skill, I mean. Guaranteed 77 to 87 melee. Maybe we have another hybrid on our hands. The defenses are pretty bad because of Cocky. So the numbers there are wrong. It's not 19 to 39 guaranteed melee defense. It's 14 to 34. So yeah, that's technically wrong because it doesn't take into account the fact that Cocky's there. Yeah, we could have a second hybrid, because why not? Hybrid throw and throwing weapons into... Well, Frosty's got staves and reach flails to play with. Whereas this new person has reach flails and not much else. But it still works, so we could do a second hybrid build. Because why not? Hybrid, throw, flail. And I'm thinking hybrid, throw, flail should be the same here. Unless I have any reason to go for the staff block. And all that for the days. The blaze? Yeah, sure. Did you want to pick a certain character? Uber's already taken. Frosty's taken. This new person's not taken just yet. Walter's not taken. And Gerhard's not taken. So out of these three, you can choose who you want to name the new person. But I'll just quickly, whilst you're thinking of which one, quickly double check what I want to do for this guy. Because we do have Mind Over Body. No, that's not going to work. Camp Cook takes away a perk already. Rebound would be amazing. Rebound's on this one, so Flail Reach is perfect for hybrid throwing. Oh, you want the shovel one, the one who has a broken nose. No worries. The Grave Robber. We'll get you back in as Blaze. There you go. Not a problem. Welcome back. You weren't gone long. That's the trick. Yeah, because we can't do the rebound, we do get fearsome and fun stuff like that. We could try be very debuffy because of staff mastery. Yeah, maybe hybrid throw staff. Congratulations on the first level up, Uber. We definitely need some of those. Sad roll on the 1, but I think we can still make it. So we'll go with the attack even though we're getting low rolls. And we'll get that health pumped up. Student for sure. And we kind of need to equip another frontliner. Yeah, I'm not sure. What do we do with Blaze? Blaze has the initiative, the charming. I mean, you'd want Overwhelm with initiative. Maybe Polearm? Defenses aren't super amazing. I did say I wanted to try Crossbow, though. Because the stats are kind of crappy, unfortunately. Yeah, we can do Crossbow. Because nothing else gives. Or Spear, actually, in all honesty. It could be either Crossbow or Spear. Depends on the rolls. To make sure we try and make up for the lack of stats. Rebound helps either way, I think. So we need someone for the front lines. Gotta make sure that's sorted out. But we don't have someone just yet, so hopefully we can pick up maybe an apprentice. I know I said I didn't want an apprentice. Maybe an ironmonger. I think they're better than apprentices. Oh, that one is. That's a triple melee attack. What you got in store, buddy? A low roll. That's unfortunate. But you do have gifted. We'll have you on our front lines there, buddy. You're a little flabby, though, so you're going to lose a little XP along the way. But you've got potential for a lot of things. One-handed hammers, maybe? Duelist, you've got crazy amounts of fatigue and good resolve. Headhunter into Mind Over Body even as well. Duelist seems the right way to go. Hammer. Hammer Duelist. I'm not set in stone on it, but that does look pretty decent. We'll set you right up on the front lines. Give you a flail, because that helps. And that means we need to buy some more helmets. That's right. That's what I was trying to say. Running out of helmets and running out of reach weapons. But I don't think they had anything for us, did they? They've got cheap helmets. Yeah, that's fine. But reach weapons was the thing the town was suffering with. Okay, that'll be fine. We'll give you a baby shield in the back. And that should be set. So from here, we still have 500 bucks, will be okay. Deliver cargo to Lawnberg. That is either very far away or I'm blind. No, it's just there. And then the caravan is a day to the southeast. I'd rather do the caravan. Weaponsmith probably doesn't have anything. Yeah, nothing useful. Let's go on a trip. And we can start training our new recruits. We do want to get ahead of the curve. Hopefully, fixing up everybody. And maybe getting a level or two. That was a very quick caravan. Little cat accident, that's alright. Frosty is still alive. Oh, and we just made friends with the town. Sweet, that's 2 ambitions done on day, what is it? Like day 3? Discover a location, travel to the south. Yeah, don't worry, Frosty's not dead yet. We did lose someone else, though. But not Frosty yet. I think we've got to work our way to get the battle standard. Because finding our location on our own is kind of a bit rough. So we'll do the standard. And that's 2 ambitions done by day 3. That's pretty sweet. Level ups all around. Congratulations. Sad low rolls for Gerhard. Dang. Probably the best rolls we can do for that. Yeah. There's no student. There is alert to get that dodge going. I think that's the right call. The reason why I had to go for that health roll, I want to stack that initiative as much as possible, but having low health is a bit rough. Whenever we don't roll a 4 on hit points, I'm probably just going to go for the initiative. But the 20% of alert makes the big difference. Crossbow spear, what did we get? We did get the max melee skill for Blaze. So that is tempting. That is very tempting. So instead of guaranteed 73, it'll be guaranteed 75. We could just do a triple hybrid, but that doesn't make sense because there's no quick hands or anything. There's quick hands on this one, quick hands on this one, so the hybrids make sense for you too. Hybrid does not make sense for Blaze. We're guaranteed the 77. We have Bullseye. We don't have quick hands, so it's kind of not super tricky, but it would be very hard to do a gun. You'd be very slow without quick hands. Bags and belts maybe would make a bigger difference. Fast adaptation. I think I'm going to talk myself into doing... I say that, sorry for the noise. I say that, but then we get the 1 in the melee defense. We have high initiative, so we could go dodge. Spear dodge build. We do get Thrustmaster, which is really good for spears. And Lone Wolf wouldn't be the worst thing to do in a run that has a low number of people in it. Medium or light armor. I'm going to make the decision. 10% melee damage is not the worst thing in the world. We're going to go with Spear. We already have 2 hybrids. And let's just hope Spear works. And we get these nice rolls. Starting off pretty decent. We'll go into the health. And hopefully get that dodge going as well. Spear dodge. Because why not? 2 stars in initiative. Guaranteed 151 if we roll it often. Sadly, we still have to put a few more efforts into resolve. But alert makes a big difference. And that gives us 2 dodge characters, 2 hybrids, and 2 duelists, technically, so fairly even for the party. Sadly, nobody who's going to really hold a shield for a while, but we'll get through that. Frosty hybrid, look at that beautiful stats, and sad rolls on the nothings here. Guess the health is more important. We don't get something like Wind Reader, so we can't benefit from that. Yeah, I'm just going to go with the health. Keep you alive. Because Colossus, when you grab it, makes a bigger difference, even if it is just a little bit. Sweet. Okay, so now that that's sorted, I'm making sure I'm on top of all of that. We're keen to keep moving forward. This town will have nothing for us because they're too big. But fishing villages are very good usually. And it is pretty close by. Walheim is a fortification, so no thank you. And yeah, we'll just keep hunting for quests. Keep pushing it forward. And hopefully the 6 of us at the moment can survive a little longer. Which way is it? Not far south? Sure. 300 bucks to find a location. What could go wrong? Do we need that spear? Technically we do. Yeah, I'm gonna grab that spear. The stick served as well for its first fight, but that stick will get outdated very easily. Especially when you start versing thugs. The thugs don't like poke stick at them because it doesn't do any damage to their armor. That's a cheap wooden shield, but do we need it? Not really. We need the reach weapon more so. That's 331 for a Warfork. It's tempting, but then that's all of our cash. Might put a pin in that, come back after the quest, and then buy it. As long as this quest is quick for us, we can justify buying a Warfork, and that would be a big boon. Especially since we found the location immediately. That's pretty sweet. Oh, and there's 2 direwolves after us. We need to buy the Warfork. They like us. They're selling it for 321 now. That's an upgrade. And it gets given to Frosty because he has 1 extra melee attack. There you go, Frosty. Beautiful Warfork. Ava over here gets that upgrade. Blazer is the spear dodge. You need to have something other than the silly shovel. Shovels aren't that great. I've gotten over it already. You get the pointy stick. And now we have to fight wolves. We've got decent armor on our front lines. It's just our back lines cannot take a hit from wolves. Frosty, I'll give your armor away to the side flank. Because you'll most likely be protected in the middle. That's the idea. Hopefully this works. Helmets are a little scarce. Actually, Frosty, gonna have to give away your helmet too. Let's do this. It's only 2, technically, and we get the free high ground. Ooh, that's looking good. Okay, they obviously went for that spot. Do I wait for the surround? Yeah, I wait for the surround. Wait. Wait. Forward 1 space? Or do we stay? No, we go forward 1 space. We wait. Stab, stab. We get 1 of those hits. Go for the headshot. That's a rough miss. Fork for 74. That was desperately important. Good job, Frosty. He's wavering. Can we get some sticks in? That's good. Unfortunately, he's only wavering. We lose our high ground, but we can get this hit. Beautiful. Uber, I want you to slow things down. Can we slow things down by moving forward and putting a spear wall up? I don't think he has enough movement to jump behind us if we do that. That would protect Paul, but it wouldn't protect Blaze. So technically that wouldn't be the most effective way of our time. And it would just get you exhausted. I'm just going to hope and see something... Oh, he goes for you anyways. Fair enough. Look at those dodges. We didn't get any 24s on us. Sweet. That's a dead wolf, and he gave us darn strange meat. Blaze, you have a sprained ankle. I forgot about that. Which means you can't do much at the moment. We've got to move here for the hit. Beautiful. Missed a 92. That is kind of rough. We hit one of the 53s. Frosty, do this. Do it, man. Yes! The Warfork coming in clutch. He's wavering. Blaze, you want to finish this? Oh, we did it! Oh, we missed an 85. Please tell us we got a coat. Nope, the second one didn't drop anything. We got strange meat for a fight that could have killed somebody. Yeah, monsters, not worth it early game, but I just wanted to risk it on the fact that, one, they were chasing us, so good luck at running them all the ways. But if we got a wolf pelt, that would have carried us into late game. Because wolf pelts are sweet. Kinda need to fix this sprained ankle on you, Blaze, and we'll sort that out. But we also need to get some quests going, and Grotenhaven seems like a really good place to get quests. As a big city. So we'll head south. But for the moment, it's been a pretty good start. I can't really complain. I know we lost like 2 people, but we've really gotten on top of it. There's a few quests here. Follow the tracks, love those. 460 for a location brigands. That kind of screwed us last time, but we are more prepared this time. And I am happy to do a caravan as well, so very keen on all of these, but first, let's take a nap. And sort out some injuries. That'll take 5 hours. Let's put other people on, I guess, training. Level 2, level 2. Yeah, that should be fine. That's looking pretty good. Okay. I know I think I said this in my most recent episode that technically isn't online just yet. But the new update has done some really cool little UI changes and quality of life changes, or whatever you want to call it. That if you do training on the caravan, it now tells you people who didn't get XP just didn't learn anything useful, so they rolled like low or something on the RNG. Instead of you questioning, wait a minute, I put 5 people on, why did 4 people get XP? So it's really nice that they added that in so you can see that. And other little changes that have happened recently, which is cool. I don't remember all of them, but hopefully when I see them I'll be able to say about them. We can start salvaging, actually. There's so many of these chest pieces we don't need. And the shovels we really don't need either. For our next caravan camping, we'll definitely do some of that stuff. Follow the tracks are 3:30. How much longer till sprained ankle? By tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow is before this fight. That's a lot of thugs in the swamp. Interesting. Seeing as they're not running away from us, we can just camp next to them. And seeing as they have a poacher, we might as well fight them at night. Why not? I wanted to salvage, that's what it was. I was like, what am I'm trying to remember what I was going to do. It was salvage. So yeah, sometimes when you do follow the tracks, the guys just don't want to run. Which allows you to be a little bit more lazy. Take the fight when you want to. If you're chasing them around the map, sometimes you can lose them. And then technically the quest gives up. But we'll take them now at night, and please don't be in the swamp. It will be, won't it? No, it's not. I think we engaged them from the north, so it didn't count as swamp. I'm keen to see that happen. We have our own high ground, but they have a poacher, which means they're probably not going to rush us. Well, we'll end the round and see what happens. Weird rotate, but okay. I think they're trying to get within visual range of us. Yeah, so you're in visual range. You're just going to wait for your poacher to do stuff, isn't that right? No. Okay. Ah, that means we have to go after them. Sadly, that is the case. Okay, so let's just do a slow advance. If they sit on the high grounds wasting their time in the back ranks, that is perfect for us. Good. Our initiative's kind of screwed over, and I don't like doing pole arms before melee people. But because their turns were done, I didn't have to risk it. How do I want to do this? I don't want to engage them there. I want them to come to us. So if we engage this guy, we're set. So do we go here, 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 and here? Kind of. Here, 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 and here with the two pole arms in here. Then that makes him take forever to get to us. These ones don't really get much of a choice. That's probably the right way to do it. I'm gonna wait to engage him last. I don't think he's going to engage us. Good, he didn't. Gonna wait to be safe, just to make sure they're doing things. I hate that they're waiting so much. Oh, I hate the AI. Because I've wanted to do this before. Oh, they're not. Oh, good. They're letting us set up. Sweet. Good AI. Good job. I wasn't being mean to you. Okay, this is the formation we're going with. Let's wait. Please engage us. 34%. Sheesh. I'm going to shield wall that. But the 31 from Frosty. Go, Frosty. That was a beautiful headshot. Okay, they're doing the same formation as us almost. They're being cheeky. We want one of them to move here. Yes! Yes, he's off his high ground. Okay, let's wait for surrounds. He got us through our shield wall. Unfortunate. Yeah, the pokey stick's not doing it. I want to go for this one because flails and because of this. Beautiful 40%. Beautiful. Can probably keep her there for the moment. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can get around us, buddy, and I don't like that. 28, 49, 45. Can we get this 49? Frosty, you're on fire. You gotta put yourself out, man. Don't know how you're doing it, but you're doing it. The only problem is, it's probably gonna run short, because this guy's gonna probably try and rush our back ranks. Unless, can we do the game of the year? Come on. Blaze, can you do this? Dang it. Oh, we tried, though. We tried. If we could have knocked him back, we could have engaged the Brigand Thug. Yeah, I saw that coming. Fudge. It was short-lived, Frosty, I think. I mean, Blaze could still try and knock this one back. 47. We tried. Middle of the night, fair enough. These flails should have a better chance to hit. Can we knock you back, please? Can we engage you, please? Yes! Okay, we saved you, Frosty. We saved you. For the time being. We need your damage, bud. And technically the 55 is the easier one to hit. And technically it wasn't the one... Okie dokie. 750, 756. I want to shield wall this. Because those three are probably going to pick on you. At least those two will. Okay, good. Dodging the 38s. Nice. Yes, the flail finally hits. The 74 gets the kill, Uber. Beautifully played. 44, 50, and 48. Let's get this 50. He's definitely ready to be killed. 52. I want to buckler bash that? No, that's 32. But it could do more. We tried. Okay, we're dodging the 30s. 58. Dang it. Ooh, this isn't looking good. Yep, called it. And we missed 274s. Come on. No. We need this one dead. Sheesh. $60. Well, how many weapons do we have to throw at him? And he's gonna kill him. There's the 75. And we rush the back rank. That's the flail hit we needed. And here comes the Brigand Thug. He's not coming after us. Okay. I can see why. He knows we're not going to hit him. Nice, Blaze. Good kill. We'll put you in harm's way because we want to get this kill. Oh, you're out of stamina. Gerhard is going to most likely die if we put him in combat, so please get the heck out of there. There we go. He'll sit on 4 health. He's technically still bleeding. Ava has the bandages. Good. Oh, I'm so glad I put bandages on somebody. I usually don't forget, but sometimes I do. We will run them down. The bleeding goes before Ava. Nope, we're letting them run. We don't want to lose our guy to bleeding. Somehow he's slower than Ava. So if Ava was faster, we could save him and get that extra kill. But it wasn't worth the risk. But look at that, 140 XP, 64 XP. Not bad. Not a bad fight. We got 4 shields out of it. We're set for days when it comes to shields. And yeah, we get paid. And there's level ups all around. Nicely seen. Uber, stop rolling them ones, man. So unlucky. We'll keep rolling for them, though. We'll make sure we grab that resolve roll. And we'll get that gifted started up. Into the resolve, I guess. Hybrid throwing. Beautiful maximum roll there. Into... I guess the health? Because we can worry about fatigue later on with rebound and stuff. So health's a little bit more important. That's our first level for our hybrid. So we're going to go into fast adaptation. That seems like the best choice. It helps in early fights and it helps in late fights. When enemies like to be jerks. So that'll work. Hope you guys are enjoying so far. The party is doing quite well. And Legendary difficulty has thrown a few curveballs at us at the moment, but nothing too crazy, which is a good sign. Yeah, maybe we could get some clothing. Maybe another spear? Do we need a spear? Technically, Blaze needs a spear. So we can afford $100 for a spear. Nicely done. We need helmets and a teeny weensy bit of armor if possible. Yeah, I don't think we'll get that. We'll get the 29 though, just to make sure Frosty doesn't get a random headshot to him. But other than that, I think we can't really afford too much more than that. Caravan... Is it good to do the caravan now, or should we heal up first? Yeah, we should probably heal up first. The other option is the Brigand location, which is actually what we should do before we do the caravan. Oh, no injuries, though. But 21 hours to heal the hit points. That's probably going to take a little too long. 13 hours. 9 hours is better. Yeah, things are looking a little low, but we'll bring it back. Just need a couple of good fights. A couple of good sales, a couple of good drops. It's going to be a tough fight at this Brigand location. But we do have the Warfork, and I think that was a great pickup for the team. Frosty's been hitting people so well with it. So it's nice to see that happening. And we are on the hill. Interesting choice for the location. The Blessed Boys. Have fun there, guys. One thug, one raider, a few rabble, one poacher, and a dog. Can probably take these guys at night. That would make a difference for us, as usual. We do have good spears. We've got everything else sorted. I think we'll be as ready as we ever could be, so let's quickly camp this one out. Probably just do some medicine so we don't accidentally get an injury. There we go. And let's take these guys on. Hopefully we can kill the raider this time and not have any problems. That would be nice. 10 enemies. Little daunting, but the dog should get us a pretty easy, quick kill. That's exactly what I was waiting for. And they are rushing us. Oh god, that is a Brigand Raider that does not want to mess around. That's a good hit, so we'll walk back. We get the War Dog kill, we can walk back. Yes. I don't want to break formation. We'll walk back. Walk over here. Spear wall that for Blaze. And we'll walk back to hopefully... Yeah, but if they go there and here, that's going to be really annoying. We just need to make sure we stay a step away from this hammer guy, because he'll get a free hit on us if he walks one space. I don't think they'll be dumb enough to rush this spot. If they do, they're kind of screwed. So maybe it's okay that we stay here. It all depends on where they go. Yes, the raider ditched! Oh, but that means all of them are ditching. That's kind of unfortunate. That means they're going to try and use their poacher. Yeah. Yep, thought so. Just a quick little reset of position, that's all this is. We can do this. And then... do we risk walking into this? It's the end of the round, so... probably not. What's the defenses of Gerhard? 20... 23 for Pal. If we go here, this might work. So if we shield wall and walk here, he gets a 28. Okay. Does that activate them now? No, it doesn't. Interesting. Very interesting. I guess we just wait till next round? They've got to stop rolling and getting these lucky hits. Okay, so next round, do we try again? Shield wall, oops, wrong button. Shield wall and walk forward. Okay, that time it worked. That's scary, but we can focus you right away, Mr. Raider. And miss you, of course. Of course. 32%? This is a bad fight. If they're gonna hit stuff like... oh my goodness. We can push him away or we can stab him. And I think we have to push him away. He's gonna go for a triple hit. Uber has to risk it on a 16%. The numbers are against us today, aren't they? At least in this fight. 1, 2, 3. You're going to be a pain. You're going to be a pain. Oh, let's hope we survive this. Can we go for a free kill on somebody? 52-50. Okay, we get one hit in. The rabble walks up for a kill. Good. We need to break the morale. That's the big thing at the moment. He's breaking the shield. That's a good waste of time. But he puts himself in front of our Frosty. We've been opened like a can opener. This is bad. We finally get those two nice hits. The poacher decides to walk into melee. Uber gets a good kill. Blaze gets a good kill. There's literally nothing I can do to this raider. He's just going to destroy us. So I have to go for someone else. He dies at the end of his turn. Gerhard could steal the kill, so let's go for this one. And hopefully get a double kill to ruin people's days somehow. $76. That works. Into the 83? The white flags? Is this possible? Can we get enough white flags? Nope. Frosty's dead. He had a 63% even with the white flags. Yep, you were right, Frosty. You called it. You called it. Sheesh. We tried our best. We got him almost completely broken. A few, like one more lucky hit maybe on this rabble to kill him. If Ava didn't miss like all of her attacks. Oh, that's so unfortunate. If we get his stuff, it's worth it. But it's really sad to see you go, man. Really sad. I guess we just stab him. It's gonna make him lose his armor. Let's get this kill. No. If he swings again, we're gonna have some problems. Please break him. Someone. She's missed she's got fast adaptation. Fast adaptation, and it's done nothing. It's done literally nothing. Okay, good. Dodge of a 28. And Paul is getting wrecked even though he has a good shield. There's the white flags. Finally. Yeah, I don't know, man, Mr. Frosty, but we might have to get you a new one, and hopefully he'll survive a little longer. Hopefully. No, we're missing, sadly, there a bit too much. Yes, there's the white flag. Let's hopefully we can get that helmet. That's beautiful. And we just stabbed his helmet. We get the 37. I was not expecting that. He escapes. Yeah, I thought so. We'll try and run them down. Can we catch him? Yes, we can catch him. Yeah, Battle Brothers. It's just Battle Brothers, man. It's like playing XCOM. When there's a guy you want to survive, he just won't. Good luck with it. Oh, it was sad to see you go. We had a good hybrid build going. We still have one hybrid left in the party. Level ups all around. We get the helmet. We don't get his body, but we get his weapon. We keep the Warfork, which is very happy. We get the Militia Glaive from the enemy. That is very, very good as well. 60 bucks is okay. Not going to complain. But picking up the coif and the weapons is very nice indeed. So, technically a win, but a sad loss whilst we had a good win. Hammer Duelist, let's go for the beautiful 4 for Paul there. And we're going to have to grab that Resolve into his student. Yep. Not bad, not bad. Can we get something better? Yes, the 5 initiative. Oh, Mordheim. Yeah, I've played Mordheim as well. Yeah, and that game sort of makes me a little upset as well. I struggle with that one. There's just... the enemy team somehow always has a better chance than you do. It's so funny, because then you start playing the team that you're versing. It's like if you play, what is it, the Skaven, and then you get beat up by the Battle Sisters, and you're like, okay, I'll try out Battle Sisters, and you get beaten up by something else, and it's like, that game does me sometimes. Haven't played it in a while, but it is a fun one. With the one-handed dodge build, I'll go with dodge first. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's how I feel about that game. But it's a really cool concept. I love it. But it can be a bit rough sometimes. Blaze, sad roll on your defense, but happy with the resolve, so something going for you there. And we did get your alert. We'll get you into your dodge early on. Let's hope that makes a difference and gets you guys to survive a little bit longer. Who has some good melee skill? 59, 68, Uber. I would love to upgrade you to a Militia Glaive. Paul, your darn flail has been missing way too much, so let's give you a spear. Warfork is changed to someone else's hands. You can start salvaging all the crap. And we can repair the sling because it makes a little bit of cash. The helmet, very happy to grab that. We'll give Uber the helmet for the moment. And Paul was getting completely wrecked, so he should take the 50. And maybe the attachment. As much as I like the two-handed mallet, I'm not going to equip it just yet. Two-handed weapons early game is way too much of a liability. You're going to miss way too often with them at one attack a turn, so I don't recommend it. But we will definitely hold on to it for some later use. Especially since our Hammer Duelist might go as a two-handed weapon person. I mean, he's got Quick Hands and Battle Forged. And Rebound. 1H/2H. Could go either way. Definitely either way. So we'll have a look in that later. Let's go get paid. We did get paid 460 for this fight, so that is nice on top of it. But let's not get ambushed by anything. Yeah, blessed boys, you guys take care of us whilst we rest, please. No injuries, surprisingly, again. But 9 hours to heal hit points. Get that down to 4 hours. Uh-huh. We know, we need more retinue. It's tricky to get retinue. Is there anything else we desperately need to do? We could do some salvage, but that's what the caravan's for. We can look to get a new slot. And there is a thief. There's a pickpocket, which I like even better than thieves. +1/+1's not bad in terms of attack and defense. Shield expert is available. Interesting. I am... Ooh, there's an expensive cultist. That's a cheap militia. That is a garbage militia. I'm slightly interested in the pickpocket, but then I'm also slightly expecting it to fail with only having 1 stars. Yeah, I'll check out the thief before... Yeah, no, thief's horrible. To justify a 6th slot in the party, Weasel's not really amazing. Spartan's nice. It's a nimble tank. Not super keen. Yeah, I can't really talk myself into it. I want something better. I'm gonna be greedy. Yeah, we'll wait for something better. Provisions are good, everything else is good. Let's take this nice caravan and do a bunch of salvage whilst we wait. And then do a bunch of training, because we need a few levels. 8 hours of salvage, then we get to go in XP. Probably going to get attacked during this caravan if they're asking for us to slay 30 people. We'll quickly, please... Yep, good. Stop over here. Anybody new? There's only 1 person and we don't want him. Fair enough. Nothing worth selling. Back to caravanning. Have we done all of our salvage? I think we have. Yeah, I'm happy to keep those. So let's just start training. Nope, I double-clicked it or something. There we go. Another caravan. Hopefully somebody else attacks that instead of us. We're coming up to a big city, but we're going to walk right past it. Of course we are. And our next destination is a big city, which I'm very happy to see. We're racing him. We're beating him in the 9th. We're beating him in the 4th. Yay! And we beat him on the lap. That's how it's done. Blaze gets a fractured ribs whilst training. Yeah, I thought somebody would eventually get an injury. Not the worst injury in the world, but sadly an injury we don't like to have on the party. So let's sort that out. There we do. We can do it in 3 hours. 3 hours. Good. I don't know why that reset. Interesting. We'll do some medicine whilst we wait. Before we do the camp, let's check the town out. Squire, that's a very expensive squire. Gambler, we could use a banner. We got some nice level ups. I'll have to get to those in just a second. But what do we have? We've got a hybrid, we've got a few melees, and people who are happy on the front lines. Are we getting close to 2 grand? Not really. I don't see anybody here that I really want to grab. I can spend 30 bucks to check out a gambler. That's a triple resolve gambler with ambitious and lucky. So I might have been swayed. Wait, he doesn't have rally the troops? Okay, that's completely useless then. He does get mind over body, though. Could he do throwing weapons? He could. With quick hands, with bullseye, with... I mean, bullseye's not great for throwing. Recover. For 60 bucks, I kind of want to roll and see what he's got. Gamblers aren't amazing, but I can't really say no to 60 bucks. Yeah, he's garbage. He's not that great. Yeah, in comparison to everybody else. Great resolve, but what kind of gambler doesn't have rally the troops? A gambler that doesn't want to be in the party. Yeah. Okay, see ya, bud. Let's get these levels going. Uber, nice 2s. Sadly, they're not 3s, but that's okay. Let's get you some health. We want some more resolve, we want some more fatigue. But I am happy to see that +4 health. Maybe Duelist. What am I thinking? We have the option of Duelist. We have the option of... Oh, but you're Battleforged. Battleforged with no quick hands. Duelist with no nimble. But there is Rebound. So we could do like a Duelist Spear? Or Sword? Maybe Spear. Or even Hammer as well. Something that doesn't cost more than 10 attack a turn. Which I think most weapons don't, when you have their respective fatigue reduction. If I am correct. Am I correct? Technically. Technically, I think it goes to 11. No? Maybe it goes down to 10. Yeah, probably down to 10. I've completely forgotten. But that's okay. So, Duelist will probably work. Backstabber sounds good here. Recover sounds great if it's Duelist. Rebound into that. Yeah, we'll do Duelist. It's just going to be weird with Battleforged. Which means we don't need Recover, we'll have Rebound. Attacking twice a turn. Feint's not the worst thing. It's a lot better with flails, so Backstabber all the way. And we'll be happy with that. Let's go for Pal, the one-handed hammer, two-handed hammers. Beautiful melee defense roll. That's what we like to see, the +3 right there. And I think I have to roll with that Resolve. Waiting on some better health, though. Gifted for sure. We'll go health. Nice. Look at that. Finally sorting ourselves out. Level 3 is the way to go. Hybrid, nice maximum roll. Probably gonna go for that health. just in case. As a hybrid thrower, I guess we go quick hands? Just in case, early on. Yeah. Anyways, Frosty, if you're wanting to switch over to a different person, go ahead. If you think it might kill them, that's still not a problem at all. It's worth the risk to keep joining up with someone differently. That's not a problem. For the quest, though, yeah, try and error. Yeah, eventually something will work. That's the idea. Brigand location for 750. Oof. That'll be expensive. We might have to pick up someone for that. Nope. I like shepherds, but that was very unlucky. Cheap farmhand for +1/+1. Possibly. We'll pick him up. He's actually good? That's not bad. He's a little low on the attack. But he could get polearm specialty. He does get good defense, though. And even with medium armor, because of the medium armor rework, he can get even better defense. His accuracy tanks, so... we could go three-headed flail with feint, fast adaptation, duelist. It's not perfect, but it can work. Medium. That'll work. It's not going to be the best in the world because you're going to have to miss a few things to be useful. But sadly we can't use the benefit of the polearm. But we can use the benefit of medium armor to get the defenses. Is there anything that can give us more accuracy? Just the backstabber, the feint, and the fast adaptation, I think. Perfect fit reduces the fatigue cost. That helps as well. That on top of flail mastery means we don't have to worry about grabbing things maybe like recover. We could probably just live off of rebound. And in the zone's pretty good. That'll keep you very defensive. Yeah, that might work. That might work. For the moment, we'll give the pitchfork over to you. And just hope and pray we survive this next fight. We didn't fix the fractured ribs. That is true. Probably should definitely do that before the next fight. There we go. Paid work, you say? Yeah, we know. We were there. Sweet. Fractured ribs are treated. Let's head out to this brigand location and hopefully not get our asses kicked because that is $760 this early in the game. If we were to attack them, we'd attack them at night. But I do want these ribs fixed, so we might have to waste a day training. Yeah, I think it'll be worth it. Hopefully the training doesn't give us more injuries, because that would be painful. And we just have to hope and pray that the 5% does not roll whilst we're on the training grounds. One day passes and no injuries. That's what we like to see. Defrosty, so you don't have two Frosties. That's true, we can do that. So, which one did you want to grab, man? We've got the guy who can be a hammer. We've got the guy who's possibly going with the one-handed in the nets. Blaze is already taken. Our brand new three-handed flail maybe is going to do well. Or you could go as the other hybrid. That's definitely a possibility. Just switch over to the next hybrid. Yeah? Next hybrid sounds good. I'll probably put you in as that. Intuition is garbage. Well, I wouldn't put all the responsibility on you, my man. You're just the one calling who you want to be. It's more like, how can I keep them alive? I wouldn't blame your intuition. But yeah, hopefully this one survives. So Defrosty's back in as a hybrid, and we'll see if we can get you surviving to a few more levels at least. One hand's a dodge. Let's make sure we get... Ooh, I am happy with that resolve. Initiative sounds good, but that resolve is well needed. Definitely quick hands, but should we grab that now? That's a good question. I think we get Relentless. Whenever you're grabbing dodge, you always have to grab Relentless. It's like a guaranteed perk that if you don't grab it, really makes your dodge weak. But for the moment, I think we're ready for the fight. Sadly, the fractured ribs are not fixed. Do we risk it? Blaze doesn't do crazy amounts of damage at the moment. Then again, neither does much of the rest of the party. We'll switch you around to Frosty. We'll try and keep our flanks a little bit guarded. Yeah. I think we'll risk it. If we waste another day spending 77 bucks doing nothing, it's not going to be worth this fight. So going in with the fractured ribs is not ideal, but I think we can take it. Surprisingly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 more enemies after that. What are they going to throw at us? Dog doesn't rush us. Interesting. They're backing up. They've got 3 ranged. Okay. They've got another rabble, so that's technically 7 that we've seen. I was worried about a raider for a $700 fight. He's got to be somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we saw an 8th. This looks way too easy. I'm not trying to call it early, because that always jinxes it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, we've just been handed some luck, haven't we? We have to win the fight first, but it's looking good. We just have to wait for the lucky 5% to smack us in the head. The fact that there's 5 poachers, rabble poachers at least. Oh, there's 1 full poacher, but he's using a sling. 2 full poachers. Interesting. I'm gonna risk putting Frosty here so I can put Uber there. I want to keep this high ground for us, so how do I force... We'll go here, wait. The dog's still not doing anything. Aw, Blaze, you can totally destroy their back line. But if I wait, they're going to run. I have to wait, though, because if we engage them too quickly... Yes, that'll happen. I thought so. Yeah, I think they're just too busy defending their archers. We can totally split them up and take them out. I think I'll start the initiation here. And we can screw up the poachers by doing this. With Uber sitting in the middle, that's a great spot for you. The Thug, I wanted to wait for him to come back. But I'm gonna have to go here for the stab. No, I can't go for the stab. Blaze will keep you here just to be safe. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not the biggest threat. Frosty will put you on the high ground, and we'll put the other guy on high ground as well. Let's get rid of this dog and make it a little bit easier on ourselves. They have to engage. Yep, good. Good. You're not really a threat, you're a threat. And that's the headshot we needed, Frosty. Beautiful. Defrosty. Paul is free to rush their back line. Uber's got these guys set up. And we can totally double team this guy. And that's it. 2 pole arms to the head. That's some free armor. I smell free armor. Beautiful glaive kill. I want to go up to this guy. And we try and rush that poacher if we can. Yes! We're faster. Good job, Blaze. Gerhard is getting completely destroyed by the hammer. Because hammers are painful. We missed the 69 to save him. Please don't die. Oh, he's going for Frosty. Wow, what a lucky hit. He's using a dagger. Wow, lucky hit. And he's dodging everything. Frosty, I'm sorry. You should be fine, but we may not want to keep jinxing it. Let's save you. Yes, we saved you. Not a problem. Oh, that was totally planned. Totally planned. No, we didn't lose the last party. Typo. From yesterday. We're doing a different start, so I want to make sure that in between streams, if people can't make it to either stream because of the time zone, I don't want to punish you guys for being like, oh, you didn't make it, so you're going to miss out on what happens to your character. So I decided to do different things for different days. So don't panic, man, don't panic. You didn't die. Your character from yesterday's still okay. I've got the save file and everything. But yeah, today we're doing a random party as well. We didn't do too bad. We haven't lost the entire fight yet. We're doing Legends difficulty, Legends mod, but we're not doing PTR, so maybe that's why we're doing a little bit better this time. PTR is a teeny-weensy bit difficult with the Legendary start. But this fight's good. We got the 78 bucks, we got the Gambison shield. The Blacksmith Hammer is not that amazing, but it's something. And a few things we can turn into cash. And for some weird reason, that was classified as a $760 fight. Yeah, I don't believe it, but I'm not going to question it because that's some free cash. Oh, zombies with Overwhelm? Yeah. Yeah, I kind of knew that secretly. That's not fun. Zombies are the worst. They also get... Oh, what's the other fancy ability they get? It's called... Wear Them Down. They get Overwhelmed, they get Wear Them Down, so every time they attack you, even if they miss, I think they reduce your maximum fatigue by like 1%. I think it goes away at the start of your next turn or something. Or it lasts like 2 turns. I don't know if it actually lasts the entire fight. But they get Wear Them Down, and that's just annoying on top of Overwhelm. And you just get attritioned out so much faster in PTR mod than you do in just Legendary mode. Legends mod. But I am super keen to keep playing PTR. Definitely. But I can't neglect doing Legends mod, so that's why we're doing that today. So for our 3-handed flail medium armor person, he desperately needs resolve, so very happy to see the +4 with that. We might even have to get something crazy like True Believer to fix up that resolve of his. I didn't realize that's such a big problem. We're definitely going fast adaptation to start us off. Blaze, you're surviving, you're doing well. Your poor first character did get completely wrecked, but you're doing well at the moment. 3 and a 2, that's actually really nice. I'm actually glad we went with the spear idea. Oh yeah, no, not PTR today. Sorry, man. We can do it next time, or if we lose this run, we can start up a PTR or something later, but just for the moment, we'll do some Legends mod basic. But I am keen to keep trying it out and showing it off as well. If you didn't catch the first stream, I do have it on VOD, or video on demand, or whatever they call it. And I did upload it to YouTube. Oh, you want to vote for PTR? Oh, fine. We can do a little bit of PTR if you want, if we die from this series, but we're doing so well, though. Yeah. I don't want to stop this at the moment. We'll have to do it for next stream. Yeah. Oh, you're the guy asking comments. Yes, that's right. That's why I remember your name. Sorry, I'm horrible with names. I'm the worst person to remember people's names. I appreciate the comment telling me that it was the low resolution. I didn't realize YouTube was just being a jerk and being so bad at processing. They take forever. I'm sure my old computer, which was like, you know, on its death's bed, could probably do better than this. But yeah. Hopefully it'll get to that maximum. Oh, if you can't get the good quality on YouTube, on my Twitch channel, the VOD will still be there as well. And you should be able to see that in the maximum quality if you can. But hopefully YouTube will be getting its butt together soon and fixing all its problems. Because it has good days and bad days, and seems like it's more bad than good. Anyways, enough about that. Blaze, what did you get? We're going to get you some Relentless, I think. Yeah. Keep that dodge as high as possible. Look at that beautiful initiative. Have you ever seen such a fast Grave Robber? That's like the fastest Grave Robber I've ever seen. Fencing Sword, always hard to find, and your unarmed board can cause fracture by its fists. Which clip on YouTube has low resolution? Oh, yeah, it has low resolution because I uploaded it from Twitch directly to YouTube. And because it's a 5-hour clip, it took so long. Oh, hey, Lauren. That's okay. Not a problem. We'll catch you when you get back. We have at least another hour for the stream. I might go maybe a teeny bit overtime, but I don't want to go too late tonight because I got work in the morning. So I won't go too much past 11, maybe to 11:30 at maximum. But I'll have to cut it off there. But yeah, the Twitch clip to YouTube thing, low resolution, it's just annoying. Sorry, man. Hopefully it'll be fixed up soon. But yeah, we're really happy to have this fast Grave Robber. Slightly less melee damage, but we'll survive. Charming is so nice to have in a party. Let's get this nice armor attached to somebody new. Frosty, there you go. You've earned it for surviving this character for the moment. And everyone actually is sitting in 55 or better, so that's a good achievement for the moment. Having the party sit above 55 armor is definitely a step to greatness. And everyone sitting on 30 or more helmet is not bad. Usually you want to have 40 or 50 more. And then you can start surviving a little bit longer. Let's start putting daggers on people. We would like to start stealing some better armors later on. Mainly for the attachments. Because we have good bases, we want the attachments from now on. Let's repair these for some cash. And salvage some of these crappier ones. Weirdly enough, that's 4 fatigue for 35. That's really inefficient. 2 for 25 is also inefficient as well. Interesting. Interesting. Salvaging most of things that we don't care about. Can probably give up on that wooden spear now. So whenever we go salvaging next, we can get a little bit of... But we're doing fine. We're doing fine. And this... Oh, why did I say that? We're doing fine, we're doing fine. I should never say that when playing Battle Brothers. Never. What the heck attacked us? No, we didn't start with super duper characters, typo. We rolled some pretty mediocre characters and lost a few along the way. The Disowned Nobles from the beginning, Uber grabbed him quite quickly. Our Ratcatcher was from the beginning. We bought ourselves a Grave Robber. We bought a cheap Militia. We bought the Ironmonger, and we bought the Farmhand, so we actually have lost 4 people so far. I can't remember what we started with. It wasn't super amazing. There was a cannibal. Oh, that's right. Frosty's first character was a cannibal. And we were building him as a decent hybrid. But he got one-shot by a raider with a two-handed hammer. Yeah, that was rough. I'm going to wait to see what's attacking us, to see if it's actually worth staying. Well, that's not too bad. I'm usually not super scared of the baby Noxeras early on because we have good spears, we've got good pole arms. Gerard's going to get killed, so we've got to make sure he's out of the way. But we can do 5 on 5 and see how we go. But I do want to shuffle us back a teeny-weensy bit. So I'm going to go back 1 space. 2 spaces for Gerard with a spear wall. Back. Stay. Back. Blaze, you're way too freaking fast. But you've got amazing... Look at that. Did you see that? 21 dodge. Almost has better defenses than Gerard's dodge, which is 15 plus the, whatever he has underneath. Yeah, we're getting pretty good. We'll have to wait. Please rush us. They don't want to. If we go 1, 2, 3 over there, we can go for the step up, step up. He'll jump in for the ranged attack hits, which will hurt. And then Gerard could join in for maybe a kill after that. We've got to plan this correctly, or else we're going to take some damage. I think that's the best way to do it. Blaze with the buckler, trying to go one-on-one. Paul can sit in the middle here. Or we could do 1-1-1. And then have them funnel through here. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Because then Blaze doesn't get a safe spot to walk forward. Okay, so I've decided. Let's go wait. Wait. 2 spaces, shield wall. Wait. 2 spaces, stab. That's beautiful damage. Blaze, stab. Missing the 77's rough. Uber gets hit on a 34. Gerard's going to protect the flank. He's going to walk through there, though. 1, 2, 3, 4. We could bait him to come this way. Regardless, I think this is the right spot to be. This for the kill? Oh, that's too risky. Shivers, I didn't think of that. If we get this kill, he walks in and eats. I did not think of that. I guess we just wait and sadly have to waste somebody not hitting attacks. Yeah, I think that's it. That's rough. Defrosty, please go for one of these guys, not him. And we miss. That's good. Please engage. Yes! Frosty, don't die. Shield wall's working. Buckler's working. Strategy is almost working. That's an 80% miss. 39s are missing. That's good. 33 gets through. 70 misses? Oh. Turn done, turn done. Axe in 2 turns. Can we get this kill? Can we get this kill? Beautiful double kill. Can we go for this guy? A 95%. Uber, what are you doing? 73 versus 73. We need to kill the one in front of us. Frosty, that was the play of the fight. You needed to get that hit. If you didn't, you probably would have died again. Nice. Uber is tanking beautifully. Blaze is getting 8% against him. And we've beaten the Noxida fight. Dang it, we missed the 80. The 70. Let's go. Come on. Frosty. Nice. Nice. That's how it's done. Took a little time to calculate it. Oh, that's alright. Thanks for dropping by, though, Trickster. The VOD will be up at some point. I won't put it up too early. I'll make sure it comes to HD first. But if you ever get too itchy, you can always check it on Twitch, because it always goes HD immediately on Twitch, as far as I remember. So, yeah. Thanks for hanging out, though. And we'll catch you on the next one. But for the rest of you guys, we're going to have to keep sticking around and working on this XP. And really happy to get this fight over. Only 2 horns, sadly. But we survived with minimal damage. And XP, look at that. Level ups. And that's a max roll. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And sadly, not a min roll, but we're going to go for the resolve. Definitely keep that going as long as we can. As it's turning out, I am leaning more towards the two-handed hammer build. As much as I like duelists, I like two-handeds better. Guaranteed rebound, guaranteed quick hands. Sundering Strikes if we ever really need to grab it. Battle Forged into Colossus, into if we ever need a Steel Brow. Yeah, I am leaning towards it, and I'm going to do it. I used to like duelists a lot more, but then, you know, two-handed hammers are just a lot more reliable, in my opinion, for more situations. Especially with that beautiful quick hands, they can use their reach weapons. They're a bit more expensive to build, because you need really good two-handed weapons. But when you get them, it's worth it. And on that note, we can get the blacksmithing techniques, but we don't have a hammer on us. So we go quick hands first. Doesn't help us too much in the early fights, which is sort of what you want to build for, but it's something. And I'll probably forget it later. Well, there's our cash. A little bit later than expected, but that's fine. 80 bucks a day. It's mainly Uber that's taking our money, but that's not a problem. We're getting close to getting a retinue slot unlocked. Wow, that's a lot of food. Do they have an event going on? They've got well supplied. Oh, that's right, because we took a caravan here. They don't have anything we really want, though. Tabard, but that's expensive this early in the game. Nothing else. A 1-star quest? Undead? Probably not. I mean, that's a cheap one, but that's a lot of fighting for not very much benefit. So I'll ignore that. Our next goal is to make sure we have enough. We definitely have enough renown. We've been doing really well this run. Have enough for a... Wow, we don't even have any of them unlocked. Does anybody have the camp cook ability? We did have it on the cannibal, but the cannibal is no more. No, we don't. We don't have entice. We don't have anything fancy. How are we going to increase the party size? Now, here's the other fun part. If you don't ever get any of these unlocks, you can't increase your party size. That's a kick in the guts, isn't it? Sheesh. Yeah, I can... Yeah, I've seen so many problems with the new system, and this is just another one. Sheesh. I guess field repairs, because we have somebody... We have an ironmonger. We could get the blacksmith, and in all honesty, the blacksmith is a really good person to have in your team. It just means we're wasting a perk anyways. Which is funny, because... You think about it, the way they tried to revamp the system is to not spend perks to increase your party. But technically you do need to spend perks to get retinue, and spend money, which then still technically increases your party. So it kind of is an oxymoron. But I'm sure they'll sort it out. They were in the works. I've heard that they're trying to sort out the roster system, so behind the scenes, they're working on it. They'll get to it eventually. For the moment, we can just suffer at 6 people. We can also play a different version, like the previous versions of the game. I can go back to the 0.19 version. Oh, that's a stone keep. That's a stone keep. Oh, there we go. Thanks for following. You guys get to see my follower alert thingy. Hopefully it's funny. I thought it was funny. We'll head south into... I mean, we just came from there, but hopefully they've reset their quest by the time we were there. But yeah, no, as soon as they told me... Because I totally didn't read the patch notes correctly, so that's my fault. But as soon as Uber explained it to me, what was happening with the roster changes, I was like, oof, I don't really like it. I'm going to accept it and like do something with it, play with it, see how it goes, but yeah, I was a little bit off. Because of how much of a, sort of, a jump, like a cliff face they put in front of you to increase the party size. But it's okay, enough about that, I'm sure they'll fix it. But I'm glad that the quests here have refreshed. They are giving us a caravan northeast, which is I think where we just came from. Or a delivery. Of course it's a delivery. A day west to Grootven. The caravan takes us there. Wow, that's really not much to do up north. But going back to the harbor city's better, so I'm going to ignore the caravan. Which is weird, I normally take them, but that just takes us to a horrible part of the map. No way. When was this a thing? Did you guys know about this? You can buy masterwork bows? I've never seen this before. Masterwork bows are the once in a game time, like once in a lifetime for your gameplay, chance on an event that could easily make a wonky bow. But here it is in the shop for 5 grand. A once in a lifetime opportunity that you can spend 5 grand on. Wow, I need to buy these more in late game. That's amazing. It's basically a warbow that does more damage. Yeah, exactly, Frosty. That's what I was thinking. Oh yeah, plus a rune to get in a magic bow. That's sweet. But totally, I'm in the same field as Frosty. The only way you could normally get this bow was the Fletcher or a Bowyer at level 6. You had to have a piece of wood. I can't remember which wood it was. Was it the ancient wood, or is it just a normal quality wood? I can't remember which one it was, but you had to have that piece of wood in your inventory, a Fletcher or a Bowyer past level 6. Quality wood, yeah, maybe. Oh, thanks for the follow, Smirk. Oh, I love that. Yeah, the quality wood, and you had a chance, like it was a 40% chance as far as I remember, so it wasn't even great. But now you can buy them, so now that I know that, our PTR run with the Rangers is going to be so much more fun. But yeah, it's a really cool bow, because if you look at it, the warbow does 50 to 70, it does 50 to 75, 35% ignores, 60% effective, it's 65% effective against armor, so it's a little bit buffed in most areas, a free 5% chance to hit just flat, and yeah, you put a rune on this thing and it's sweet. But that's a nice find. Very interesting. We are out of food almost. I did not realize that. So let's sort that problem out nice and quickly. 4 more days before we starve. Sweet. Let's take a delivery, and hopefully it's a non-eventful delivery. Oh, well, you learn something new every day. And you find out cool stuff they've added to Legends mod. If I read all the patch notes like perfectly, I might have picked up on it, but I have no idea when they would have ever done that change. Sweet. $100 just to walk here is not too bad. Pays for our daily wage practically because we're spending almost 100 a day. That's another cheap Warfork? 194? I'm actually quite inclined to grab that. Will we use it long term? That's the big question. Hybrid Throw is definitely going to use it. 3 Flail is probably going to use it for a while because we're not going to get a 3 Flail for a while. And you dodgy people will be fine in the front. Yeah, 9 defense is going to be a little slow. So I think there is a reason for us to buy this Warfork at a beautiful price. I will be on the lookout for some cheap javelins in the near future. Anything under $200 is worth it. Or if we just get lucky with the loot. $96 for that is worth it. 220 is not worth it for that. But $28 for a small attachment, sure. Any attachment is welcome. $90 for that? That's nice. Sweet. Spent a few $100, but it's worth it. Frosty, what do we get? Sadly, the first 2 of the rolls that we've gotten. But not a problem. Let's get that health going. Sitting on a very comfortable health level. And what do we grab now? Hybrid throwing. We want to make sure we maximize the throwing weapons, which gives us close combat archer. It might not make a big difference because we don't have range defense. Sadly. We have to use perks for everything else, so we're not going to probably grab that. Feint, maybe? Flails can use... Oh, maybe recover. But I think I was leaning towards getting rebound. Yeah, I was. There's not many great choices. Steel Brow sort of makes sense. Bullseye doesn't, because you're throwing weapons at people who are practically in front of you. I guess Feint seems to be the smartest one. Steel Brow, you're not getting hit often. Feint actually makes a difference. Crippling Strikes is good. I guess throwing weapons do make a lot of injuries. So crippling... I've got a... Yeah, let's go crippling. Screw it. Try and maximize those injuries. Because Feint's good and all, but you're only attacking, what, twice a turn, and you sort of really don't want to miss. And with the accuracy you've got, you're probably not going to miss too often. So we're going to bank on that you'll be okay. In terms of dodge, the dodge has a better chance of surviving, so we'll give you the helmet. And the armor piece. We'll give Blaze the 15, and we'll give Frosty the 15 as well. Sweet, it's looking pretty decent. Make sure everything is repairing, that's the main question. Good. And the Warfork, I forgot, I just noticed it. Nice. This is looking like a pretty decent party for the moment. Let's start making some more money. I am keen on a caravan. I am not super keen on a delivery. So let's just take the caravan up. And seeing as we have the 6 of us and there's not much else to do, let's just keep training. What type of enemy have we seen? Not sure. But supposedly we're afraid of it. Oh, we don't need to stop by here. There's nothing for us to do. Keep the training going. And we're going to Damold. I think this is the first time visiting. Nice XP. Blaze, unfortunately, fractures his hand whilst training. We've got some nice injuries we need to fix. Let's probably do that quickly. That's the problem with training too much. 5% rolls too often. If you read it on the thing, risk of accidents from a minimum of 5%. So it can be a little bit higher than 5%, but yeah. Happens way too often when you're training. 6 hours, let's fix that. Sweet. Tier 2, it's another delivery? Well, that's the one we can do. Grottenhaven's the exact same place we just came from. That's a very cheap warbow. 1,300? Wow. We don't have any money. There's another cheap warfork for 160. This game's throwing so much cheap stuff at us, we don't have the money to spend it all. Dang, I feel bad we're missing out. But yeah, Grottenhaven. Let's go back again. We're just jumping left and right to the same places. We're just trying to make some cash. It's going to take us a while. We might have to start picking on some caravans maybe in the future. Maybe. Let's hope we don't get ambushed. Yeah, we're fine. No new quests because we just came from here. Settlement, settlement, Stonekeep, and Settlement. That's not bad. We can get some quests from these three. Let's head out. That'll be a few Necromancers and a Fallen Hero. On day 14. Okay. You guys have fun. Don't bother us with your lives, or your undead lives, and we'll be happy. That's another delivery. In Sandburg. We could actually do that, though. Because Sandburg's literally right there. Lots of deliveries this season. This series. Sheesh. Okay, we'll do it. We'll do it. And then we'll get some quests from here, and then walk over to Wolfstein. And then there's a big harbor city waiting for us over there. They'll be more reliable. $100, 1-star quest. It's a caravan. Wolfstein. Isn't that where we needed to go? The game knows what we want. It's listening to us. Well, who am I to say no to a free quest exactly to where we need to go? That's not my thing. Although we are running out of food, we'll buy food when we get there. There isn't anything to salvage. I guess we just go back to training, even though we have injuries. The injuries are probably healed by now. We can get new ones. And that was nice and easy. Okay, we get the free 12 tools off of the random event. Not bad indeed, seeing as we were running out of tools. Not gonna complain for that one. Let's get some nice cheap food to sort ourselves out. That's some really cheap salt. And some really cheap uncut gems. We could make some fortune with those. We'll check out the quest first. That's undead. Not super keen. We could do it, though. We do need money. And if we be nice to this town, they're probably going to give us a cheaper price on this stuff. Yeah, it could be worth the risk. We ready for undead? As long as it's not skeletons, we can take them. Oh, we got a level up. Sad rolls on the 2s. We're wanting 3s, buddy. 3s. And that resolve is going to take a million years to get to, but we will do it because we have good health and good fatigue at the moment. So we just have to pump everything into resolve. Yeah, Colossus fixed our health problem. And fatigue, we don't really have a fatigue problem. So resolve's our only problem. Definitely going into Faint. And eventually getting these medium armor perks. Because we're not wearing heavy enough armor to make use of it just yet. The cool thing about the medium armor perks is it is affected by Legends mod and also PTR. They have the same stuff. The easiest way to remember how to play as a medium armored person is just look at Lithe. It tells you to be between 25 and 35 fatigue armor negatives. How do you say it? The maximum fatigue minus. So 10 plus 1 is 11. So you'd have to be closer to 25 and 35 in order to get the maximum benefits. And so that's a bit hard to do early on in the game. So getting things like balance and perfect fit. I mean, perfect fit isn't too bad. That usually gives you most of the bonus early. But getting balance early on is a bit of a scam because you can't really get that heavy armor early on in the game. So usually you should pick up balance a little bit later. Or at least that's from my experience. But for the moment, let's go fight some undead. Against my better judgment. Let's get some cash. And it's unknown. Great. Okay. Is this the same thing that happened? This happened last stream, didn't it? He yells, grabs together. He's got the Seal of the Sun. Okay, so this is why I need to learn to read things better. This happened exactly the same thing. This event happened last stream. And I was like, you know what, screw it. We're not fighting Legionaries. I ditched. And we still beat the quest. Because this is the rare event that happens with the undead locations. That you get the item, but the skeletons are chasing you on the way out. So the weirdest thing is, holy crap, they have a Necrosavant. I need to quickly retreat as quickly as possible. Because you already won the quest. You don't need to fight these guys. And you just get paid the 220 bucks for nothing. For literally just walking to a location and coming home. And yeah, Necrosavant would totally destroy our backlines, so I would not be keen on that. But yeah, how cool is that? Just a free, easy quest. No XP, but no losses. And there you go. Return to Wolkstein. Didn't even beat the location. And you got all the cash in the world. And now they have high spirits. Even better. Sadly, no new quest, but we're heading over to Weissenstadt anyways. We do want to quickly weather the night to buy those trade goods. And we might as well train during the night. There's nothing better for us to do. Don't know why that double-clicked. There we go. But that's it. A couple bits of XP. Let's get those nice trade goods. Oh my goodness, it's even cheaper. They like us, and they're in high spirits. They got themselves an enchanter's tent, but that's not useful for us. I do want to get the gems, but we'll go out of money if we get the gems. So... do I risk it, or do I not? What do we have to sell? Not very much. We're selling these. 17 is okay. So if we sell all these... we have 2 Warforks, so I don't think we need the Pitchfork. But I kind of want to keep it. Two shields. The brain. That could put us comfortably in a situation where we can buy 2 gems and still be at about 300 bucks. It means we miss out on the salt, but salt only sells for about 450 maybe at maximum, but gems can sell for like 600-700. I'm banking on the gems selling for a decent price. It's a risk. Salt seems more reliable, but this risk might just pay off. That's the cheapest I've ever bought gems for, so I'm very happy to see that. There's a brand new 2-star quest. Caravan to Huweiler. I shouldn't have even tried to pronounce that. Huweiler. All the way back up there. Then we can make our way back down south to go and sell to the Southern Lands. It's a free quest. We don't have to buy food. That's the easiest way to do things. Caravans are the best. They're even better when you get attacked. As long as it's not, like, gonna kill you. I will stop off at every single... Oh, there's an elbow. Every single location, just to check how these gems are going. Yeah, I didn't think they would do much over here. But it was still worth checking. Let's start fixing the injury we just created. That seems to be the constant. You make an injury, you fix an injury. 3 and 4. Yeah, that'll be fine. Yep, good. That's sorted. Everything's treated. Today's run's doing actually pretty decently. Our obituary should show us having 3 deaths. I thought we had 4. But we started off with a few people and lost them. But for the moment, our recent people are surviving. You know, surprisingly. It's working out. Uber Bagel keeps constantly rolling 1s on his melee skills, so we have to keep teaching him that that's not a good thing. Gotta teach him to start rolling some 3s, though. But other than that, yeah, I can't complain. We're not doing PTR today, though. So maybe that's the reason why we're doing well. I don't want to put it down to that, but that's a slight possibility. You know, we're not getting thralls thrown at us that can, you know, wipe us out in 1 turn. And make themselves unkillable. But, you know, I'm leaning on the fact that today's a good day. Oh, that's good. What weapon did we want? We were going to go with possibly... Wait, he's got good accuracy, but he's constantly rolling bad. We have someone going hammer already. We don't need to go hammer. We could go mace duelists. I do love mace duelists, except for the fact that you want them to be nimble so they have extra fatigue for their stun every now and again. So if mace is out of the window, hammer's out of the window, we're stuck with spear and sword. Sword, you usually want to be a fencer. Maybe we go spear? Just for that extra accuracy. I don't think anyone else was. Oh yeah, Blaze was going spear because he really needed the accuracy. Maybe we just do sword and not make him a fencer. Which is weird, but it probably could work. Well, the fatigue problem is we're going into Battleforged, which means we're going to have super heavy armor, and we have rebound, so we want to build something that can live off of its own fatigue rebound. And in Duelist, you can technically do that. I'm also just worrying a little bit about the accuracy. So sword or spears both give accuracy. Swords do technically a little bit more damage. It's just sad we can't utilize the fencer, so I guess we can just do the sword. Oh yeah, no, I can definitely go for Brawny. Brawny is sweet. But it's still usually, even if you get a nice amount of... Oh, you mean pick Brawny now? Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, sorry. I didn't read that properly. I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna get Brawny, but I didn't realize now. You're probably right, though. Yeah, we can get Brawny now. Not like it makes a big difference, but then again, neither would the Sword Mastery because we're using a spear. The only thing that would make a difference would be Spear Mastery at the moment. But good call, good call. But the other thing that makes me want to go Spear is Thrust Master. Yeah, it's pushing me both ways. But that's fine. Let's keep it going. Are we still camping? No, we stopped camping. Oh, I know why we stopped. Because we stopped repairing people's health. Yeah, we sorted it out. Let's go make some more injuries. Oh yeah, spears are so much better than vanilla. In vanilla, spears last until like day 50 when you start actually doing damage with something else. And then you're like, yeah, the only time you'll give a spear is to a tank. And in most cases, that's me. I only give spears to tanks, even in Legends mods. But on like the rarest occasion, I still want to keep trying out Sword Staff and stuff like that. Actually, Sword Staff is spear in PTR. Fighter Spear and stuff like that. As far as I remember. Frosty gets a crushed finger. Okay, that's unfortunate. But we did say we were making... Oh, God. What is it? Go to that cemetery, kill every grave robber you see. For 2 grand? Yikes. I don't think we'd ever succeed that fight. You know, especially with the little injuries we have, but... Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. That's a set day 17 quest for sure, man. Every time. 2 grand? 4 star? 150% difficulty or whatever the 4 stars are worth? Oh, yeah. I mean, I do these on every day 17 run. Oh, you gotta love how Battle Brothers is like, yeah, you want to do a 4 star? Yeah, you do. You totally want to, right? It's like, no thanks. You want to do another delivery quest? Oh, God, I just said that. Oh, Battle Brothers. You never stop making things interesting, do you? Oh, boy. I'd rather do a 690 Brigands, yes, please. That's enough deliveries. Oh, there it is! The jackpot! I called it, and I was hoping the risk would pay off. Look at that. $300 payout on both of them. The gems have gotten us $600. Look at that. Beautiful. That's why we risk things in this game, because it pays off. Not always, but you know. Every now and again, you get some beauty like that. And weirdly enough, sometimes selling to a big city is better than selling to a citadel, because big cities are needy and horrible with prices. So sometimes they're just like, yeah, I'll buy whatever you have at like 200% the value. It's like, sure, sure. I'll do it. There's nothing I really need from here, is there? Food is kind of sorted. Oh, yeah, the big cities, the reputation goes up so fast, because they almost always have 3 quests. You're right. Drive on Brigands at a northwest at Grotonhaven. Where is that? Finish my ambition. Oh, you're right! Thank you for the call. Thank you for the idea. I would have totally forgotten. Let's go camp, and we get the ambition. Uber is now content, and everyone else is happy except for Pal. What's next? South for employment? That's rough. Retinue, we'd actually like to. Rally the troops, that's a bit tough. Discover a location on our own. Okay. That's slightly doable. But we are leaning a lot more towards the retinue slot. So I'm going to take the retinue slot. And I'm going to really hope nope. Field repairs is all the way there. Crap. So Pal can get field repairs in how many levels? 4 more levels. So that's a very long away ambition. Camp Cook, we don't have it. Minstrel Entice, we don't have it. Can't get the Alchemist. Can't get the Cartographer. The Guide is technically impossible at the moment. The Blacksmith we'll need 4 levels to get him. Skillful Stacking. Ooh, that's a little bit easier to get. He's a useless piece of crap, the Quartermaster. But do we get Skillful Stacking on someone? No, does not look like it's here. No, I don't think it's here either. No. No, it's looking bad. Spare parts, field repairs. There's efficient packing. Skillful stacking. Uber Bagel has it. And 1, 2, 3, 4. He gets it next level. We can do it. It's horrible, but we can do it. It gives us 9 fatigue, which is actually not bad. But we kind of need other things before that. But we need a retinue slot desperately. So we can get the not scavenger, what was it? The Quartermaster. The Recruiter is Inspiring Presence. I don't think we can get that. Scavenger is good if you can get one of the cripples and stuff. No, we're not getting an injury on any of those fancy guys. And then we're starting to get some really expensive ones. Field Triage. And then that's all practically impossible. Field Triage is slightly possible, and Inspiring Presence, I really don't know if we have anybody. Oh yeah, firing them at level 3 would have been good. Well, here's the thing. We had a cannibal. We kind of let him die. So we had ourselves completely set up for greatness. Inspiring Presence is usually the banner bro. That is true, but I have seen Inspiring Presence on some random backruns as well. Just randomly. I think it's more with PTR that I've seen it. But just on a random brother, somewhere I've seen Inspiring Presence. But yeah, it is more on the Banner Brothers, because it's one of those types of perks. But yeah, we totally could have had Camp Cook. Sadly, we didn't get it. Here's Inspire. So, like, here's the weird thing. We've got an Ironmonger that can learn Inspire. Another point for a PTR. Hey, I'm getting the hint. I'm getting the hint. We'll have to do that next one for sure. Oh, I'm glad that you guys are loving the PTR mod. I'm loving it too. Don't like the limiting amount of bros. Yeah, I know. The caravan is so strong for big parties. Like, it's the best quest ever. We did that in our most recent season, Season 7, I think it was, the big season with the barbarians. We would just be like, screw it, we don't want to fight anything. So let's just caravan. Yeah, I know, I totally agree. I don't want to bag out the modders, they're doing a great job, but it just wasn't the best change. Tent upgrade, oh yeah, tent upgrade for training. A very amazing stuff to get. It's sadly like 5 grand, so it's expensive. But totally worth every coin you put into it. As long as you don't go broke from it. That's the thing I have to always remember. Yeah, they'll look into it. I'm sure they'll get to that next version soon. For the moment, we can just trudge along with 6. It's nice to play with some low numbers every now and again. But back to the whole Inspiring Presence thing. Look at this. Inspiring Presence and Inspire on an Ironmonger. I mean, he does get Rally the Troops, but it's just weird. Yeah, it is a cool concept. They tried something new. We did get the Battle Standard. I forgot to equip that, didn't I? 50 to 70, 40 to 60. Frosty, you get to hold the banner. Oh yes, they do. Caravans have better AI. They have been updated. Definitely. And the way that the Caravan AI chooses its actions, I love how they changed it. It means the Caravan AI is going for defending the donkey at all costs before anything else, so they're not going to go and suicide themselves as much. Lorne, what were you talking about with the... Oh, you're right. Yeah, he does have good resolve. He could be a possible banner, but I think it's not enough. We didn't put as many stats into his resolve early on, but even if we did, I would seriously think of him as a weaker banner, but not maybe my preferred banner. Usually you want a banner to start at like 50 resolve and have the 2 stars. Oh yeah, maybe an early banner for sure. But we're keeping him as a hammer bro. And he's got a good enough melee defense that I don't want to put Frosty in the front line. So I think Frosty's better to sit in the back with the banner. But yeah, technically he does have the better resolve. And Frosty also has the good melee skills, sit in the back. Yeah, 31 sitting's good. 34 sitting good. 25 is okay, but he's got dodge. And over here, 15 is not as great for Blaze, but he also has a slightly higher dodge because of 138. So that's sort of how we orientated the party at the moment. We've got this guy who's cooking in the background. Oh yeah, and Frosty, I think he's on his like 2nd character or almost 3rd character too. The poor guy, he keeps having bad luck. No, you're on your 3rd character, that's right. Because you had the, I think you had the cannibal first, and then you had the other hybrid, and then now you're on this hybrid. So Frosty's just taking them with him. He's making it interesting, but I'm not blaming him, it's totally the AI. But yeah, so for the moment, we're cooking this guy in the background because he's a little low on his melee defense. And he's got very low resolve. So he'll be ready for front lines later on, and we've got him on the polearm. So that seems to be the team for the moment, and yeah, I'm actually pretty keen. We do have to do this quest. Did I not accept it? Did I not accept it? I forgot to accept it. That would make sense. Northwest of Grottenhaven is sadly across the river. It's not that far across the river. I thought it was on this side. It's on a hill. Interesting. The injuries are they're not treated. That one's treated. Every percent counts, so I'm going to quickly heal you up, buddy. Just to be safe. Frosty, because you're doing some good damage at the moment, and we kind of want you to survive. Tino, keep stabbing people. There we go. Hopefully that finger gets ready and healed up soon. Everyone's repaired. Let's go mosey on over. Footprints, but those are allied footprints. There's that location. Somebody got attacked. A few thugs, a few poachers, some rabble. Definitely considering that nighttime fight. Yeah. We'll fight him at night for sure. So whilst we wait... I kind of do, but then I don't want to train. We're out of medical supplies, so let's just stock up on that. It is nighttime, but I'm going to quickly check. Yeah, your finger's still there, bud. Might have to risk taking it tonight, because we're going to waste some money by taking it tomorrow night. Yeah. Sorry, Frosty. Wanted to hopefully get that finger done. Luckily, Albric's knee is fixed, or elbow. But we're going to have to take this at night. What in the world is that? Oh, many thugs. Could probably take that a little bit later. But this is the one that gives us money. It's also the one that has 11 enemies and a weird starting position for us on a cliff. With 4 of the company. Oh, because of the battle standard. Gonna go 2 spaces to see what happens. Let's wait. I could go here. Uber can take the corner. That's not a bad idea. They're not going to rush us yet, because they have their poachers. 7% and 5% hopefully will not connect. Frosty, I think it's safe enough to put you here. They're not going to rush us crazily. And Uber, let's put you a little bit more forward. Yeah, let's threaten next turn to maybe rush them. Or set up against their locations. Thug with a sword and buckler is annoying. Most of these aren't super threatening. Blaze will take you on the southern flank. Do we go 2 north, 2 south? It's a very annoying setup with their red parts. I'm kind of interested... Oh, I've got an idea. I've got a good idea, and hopefully it works. If we go these two here... I hope they don't rearrange too much. Good, they're not rearranging the way I want them to. I mean, the way I don't want them to. This is good. I want to go here with Frosty. Yes. Please don't make this a bad decision. I want to go here with Alberic. I want to go here with Paul. And then they get a lucky 15%. Totally calculated. And then Blaze starts the fight here. Now, this formation was going to work in my head. Hopefully it works in paper. And in the fight. We've got a beautiful standpoint here, allowing very little to come through here. We've got the beautiful high ground versus low ground on one of these spots. Double teaming there. Blaze will most likely not have to deal with too much unless they really try and flank around there. And as they come through here, they're only going to be able to do 2 versus 1 because they can't get through their own guys. So this will stagger them out here, make them rush the front where we want them, and also make them rush this inner spot where Defrosty can hit over movement over the Palisades, and Albert can jump forth and backwards. I think it's a pretty good setup. Hopefully it works out. The dog rushes the spot. They're trying to go for the flank. Fair enough, we sort of expected that. Alberic, I'm going to keep you in the same spot. Nice 5%. Lucky 24% completely destroys Paul's armor. You're a jerk. What do we do with that? Sadly miss. But we have fast adaptation, so that'll work. And we get revenge on him. Beautifully. Lucky 17. Uber, we need to kill that dog. Okay, the dog's dead. He's almost dead. He's got a grazed kidney, which is sweet. We want them to funnel to us. I don't know where this thug goes. He's a little bit of a threat. The rabble just runs to our face. The thug scares me a little bit. Gerhard's going to collapse down this way. That rabble can 1v1 duel Uber nice and easily. We move down to accommodate the thug. And we miss again. Rotate the poacher. I find that so funny with the AI, that they rotate poachers in. I don't know if they'll ever change that, but it's hilarious. Unfortunate miss. I really wanted that rabble to die. That one's dead. Can we buckler bash this one? 58 versus 38. No, I'm just going to stab him. Beautifully. We can't rush them, but we can rush the thug. I don't want the thug to join in on Blaze's fight, because it'll ruin his buckler and his dodge, so we rush this guy. That's fine. He tried to push us to go for Frosty. Did you see that? Did you see that, Frosty? He wanted you. Yeah, Lauren, I totally agree. They don't care about their ranged brothers. In, like, noble fights, they'll do anything to keep their ranged brothers alive. But any other time, they're like, nah, who cares? Alric can easily go for this. Beautiful. 77, Frosty. You got it. Yeah, it is the name. You're just an attraction. That's all you are. They want you bad. Yep, he's going for you again. You poor thing. Uber's on the flank. Paul, I kind of want him to be on the flank. Can we trust the bandit rabble to be destroyed before? Yeah, we can do that. Let's get this guy when he leaves. Yes! We dominated. There we go, white flags. You're safe, Frosty, for now. I don't know how much longer, but for now. Beautiful. Beautiful. The team's got this. There's a headshot. There's a stab. And that's game, set, and match. 3 levels. Beautiful XP allowed there. We got a 45 helmet and a 65 body. That is actually nice. And 85 bucks on the table. Yeah, not bad. Bit of food. A little bit of tools. And the money for the location as well, 690. I'm keen on those thugs, but did we take enough damage for me to say no? Yeah, Paul got his armor destroyed. So, we probably won't chase those thugs. Go back and get paid. Nice, excuse me, nice rolls into... Yeah, just go for that health. Hammer 2H. Going into Battleforged for sure. So we could grab Brawny now. Or we could get Blacksmith Techniques. Or we could get the Hammer Mastery. Or even Backstabber. If I do calculations correctly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Where's 9? I think we have enough perks to get Backstabber. I don't think there's anything we have to worry about missing out on. Yeah, that'll work. We can even get things like Resilient. Definitely get something like Colossus. So, yeah, I can justify grabbing Backstabber for this build. One-handed build, nice. Oh, Battle Flow? Where's Battle Flow? There it is. Yeah, Battle Flow's alright. I'm not the biggest fan of it because it reduces current fatigue by the base maximum fatigue. And if you don't have a great maximum fatigue, it's not the biggest amount. And for a Battleforged person that swings once a turn and is relying on rebound, it refunds 10%. Oh, yeah. Sorry, no, that's not what I meant. I said it wrong. Yeah, on a kill. But I mean, the way I normally build the two hands is they only really need the bonuses from rebound, so they don't really benefit too much if they even had Battle Flow. I could say Battle Flow would be super valuable on a duelist or somebody who uses a lot of fatigue. But for a two-hander, I probably don't think it's as useful. At least the way I build them. If you're doing maybe, yeah, AoE brothers, yeah, definitely. Or Mace brothers. Even two-handed Mace brothers that are trying to stun every now and again, it probably would be worth it. So you stun somebody, then you kill somebody, then you stun somebody, then you kill somebody. That would make more sense. But on a hammer bro, you're not really using your second ability too much, unless you're trying to do batter. Maybe we could grab it if we're trying to batter a lot of people. So I appreciate the idea. It could work. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. But yeah. Normally something I normally don't grab, but if I would, yeah, on the higher fatigue guys. Oh, he's two-handed hammer. Two-handed hammer. I had the idea of going one-handed or two-handed, but then I saw the fact that he had pretty much everything he needed for a two-handed hammer, and I was like, I'll lean towards the two-handed. It is something I like, two-handed weapons. So for this dodge build, we do need to get some of that resolve and health eventually. But I can't just, stop getting this +5. Legion background, completely out of context. That's not a problem. That's a good question. You guys can ask any questions, really. I don't really care too much. So it doesn't really have to be in context anyways. But with the Legion background, I'm slightly interested, but then slightly not. The only problem with the Legion background in my mind is it's very basic. I mean, it's really cool. It's really cool that you get to play as skeletons, walk around the map, be completely evil, have a different way of playing the game. But it's super, like, narrow with what you can do. There's really not much to, like, you can't really accept quests as far as I remember. I think you can go to the Southern Lands and help them out, weirdly enough. But I could do Legion one time, maybe on stream or something. But, oh, you want to see someone succeed in it? Really? I've heard it's actually a little bit easier. But maybe that's just from different people. But I also have heard some people got wrecked with it as well. I think you can recruit from like the monolith and stuff. Yeah, I'd play around with it a bit. Yeah, we could do it on stream. But I don't think I'd make like a big series out of it. Just because it seems, yeah, pretty linear and narrow with what you can do and have fun with. It's just fight something. If you lose someone, go quickly recruit. Then fight something, then fight something. There's no like quests. There's no real big objectives. I don't think do ambitions make a difference? Not really, because I don't think you're really getting renown and stuff like that. So yeah, then you can't really get followers. Yeah, I mean it's a really cool idea. I love it. Um, but I'm not sure it's at the peak of its creation where it can integrate so much stuff like a normal run can do. And you have to deal with different. I mean, it's cool that you have to deal with different weapons. Blunt weapons are the scariest things in the world for skeletons. And you can deal with pierce weapons all day, which is a really fun thing to do. But yeah, definitely we'll play it on stream sometime. You'll have to remind me for a different stream to push that as what we're going to do the stream for. At the beginning of the stream, just let me know. But we might do PTR next time, but then maybe Legion another time. For this, Net Mastery is interesting. I was wanting to do it. With Quick Hands, I think it still works because it's a tool. No hurry. Oh yeah, that's all right. Thanks, man. I do find it difficult because there's like 50 million things I want to do, but I can't showcase everything at once. So I've got to pace myself and be like, I'll get to it eventually. I'm so sorry. That's how I always feel. I'm like, I really want to play everything, but I'll get to it. But don't ever see it as me like, oh, I never want to touch anything, because I want to try it all and I want to show you guys it all eventually. So yeah, that's how I sort of feel about it. Even like the really bad origins that I really, really don't want to play, I will play them eventually. And there's a hint, nudge, nudge for next season that there's going to be an origin that I really won't want to play, but I'm going to play it. I'm going to grin and bear it and show you guys a really hard origin for season 8. So that'll be a fun one to wait for. Hopefully not too far away. One-handed nets and dodge. Duelist into what weapon? Accuracy's tanking. That's horrible. Horrible, horrible accuracy. The only way to fix that was spears. Or maybe pole arms, but we're going great with dodge. Weirdly enough, because of the way our brothers are, I think we just have to keep going with spears. And I'm running out of spaces to type. Spears. Blah, 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 blah. Spear nets, maybe? Yeah, that might work. So I'm not going to grab Quick Hands just in case I don't want to use it. I think I have to grab Spears. I guess we can't make a dedicated tank because there's no shield mastery. Yeah. I've talked myself into it. We've got 2 spear characters. Got a hammer, a duelist, most likely sword, but I am liking the spear as well. Flail, which is sadly rolling the 2s. Come on, man. We need the 3s. And we need better resolve. Come on. And do we grab the medium armor right now? What did I say was the crazy combo for flails? It was fast adaptation, feint, and... Did I forget a third one, or was there no third one? It probably was Headhunter. Yeah, probably. But we'll grab Perfect Fit right now, just so we don't forget to grab it later. And as you can see, even with low armor, Perfect Fit works amazingly to give you that 15% fatigue cost of skills, but the bonus from the initiative is garbage. It's only 3. Because the armor you're wearing is not medium well. Overwhelm is amazing for 3-headed flails, only if you have the initiative. And unfortunately, I don't think we'll have that. Because we're not going a super dodgy build. Because we're spending way too much time in fixing our resolve. Yeah, if we didn't have to fix the resolve, I would definitely love to put a bit more effort into initiative. But this farmer rolled horribly for resolve, and we have to fix it. In a perfect world, yeah, definitely overwhelm with 3-headed flails. But I think if my memory serves me right, I could be wrong. I think overwhelm only applies once, though, even if you're using a 3-headed flail. I think. Do correct me if I'm wrong. MeGamer, welcome. Got myself the first famed armor layer by defeating 5 zombies, killing 2 necros, the 200X. Headhunter brother on day 47. Oh, very nice. Yeah, it's really cool when you find famed armor pieces and the famed armor attachments. Yeah. They look really cool, they glow, and I've found a few good ones. I've also found some really weak ones in the past on some of our seasons. So they can just be like a 50-50. But hopefully the one you got was pretty good. Yeah, it's good regardless, but some can be really effective, and some can be like, you save like 1 or 2 fatigue. So depending on the armor layer that you get. But it's cool. You can get famed armor pieces, famed armor attachments, famed almost anything in Legends mod. And I think in PTR they've added even more famed things. I think they added like famed sickles, as far as I was hearing. Not scythes, the one-handed version, the sickles. And I was like, you can get famed sickles? Famed shovels? It's like weird stuff. But it's possible. Yeah, I've heard they've been nice. I'm not usually a sickle person myself, but I might be converted if I see a good one. But yeah, as I was saying with the medium armor, we got to wear a bit of heavier stuff to get more initiative bonus. But wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now that you mentioned Frostiker, thank you for mentioning it. Maybe because we're getting an initiative bonus from Perfect Fit, we could go for Overwhelm. Maybe. That is possible. And maybe go Dodge. Oh, but then Dodge wouldn't be medium armor. Then maybe not. Because we've got Alert. We would have gone into Dodge. I could use the editor to change this. I don't have the editor on me. I should have gotten that from last stream. But we could switch to light armor and switch over the skills. You didn't have Sickle Master or anything. Oh, you're using second layer on your cleaver. Oh, very nice. On the Nimble Brother. Yeah. You'd want your Fame stuff on Nimble Brothers. It's so nice. You didn't have Sickle Master or anything, but it was blue and noble out of the water. Really? A Famed Sickle Sword was better than a Noble Sword? Wow. You have my attention. I'm really enjoying the Headhunter tree of the PTR. Oh, yeah. The amount of bonus to hit the head stuff in PTR is amazing. High damage stats on the sickle. Interesting. I'll have to quickly check the shop when we go back and see if they have a base sickle so I can compare it, because base sickles suck. They do like, what, 15 to 20 damage? It must get a really big bonus to make a difference. So, yeah, here we are. 15 to 20. So you're saying me this gets to better than a Noble Sword, which is like 50 to 60 damage. That would be insane. But then here's the big question. Does it get armor piercing? Because you can see here it only shows 50% effective against armor. Do you actually get to do damage past the armor? Like, damage ignores armor. It had it? How much, roughly? Like 20, 30, 40%? Just a bit? Modifiers work to make it better than the Noble Sword. Oh, wow. Sheesh. I think maybe the guys who made, oh, that's alright if you don't know the exact number. But the guys that made PTR probably really, really wanted to push the sickle then. Cleaver perks. Oh, yeah, I've seen the cleaver perks for PTR. And, whatchamacallit, what do you call it? They've got so many fatality bonuses, and yeah, they're perfect for killing undeads. So I'm keen to start playing out with those ones. But sadly, it's no PTR today, but we're talking way too much about PTR. So you guys are getting me hyped again. Famed Hammer with 420%? Oh, Blacksmith Hammer, that would make sense. Because the Blacksmith Hammers are super good at armor. And if you get, like, the specific perks like these ones, the Blacksmith Technique, 40% armor damage is already added to it when you have this. So what's that? 150, then 190, then whatever bonuses you get from the Famed one. Sometimes the base cheap weapons are disgusting, and I'm seeing that a little bit more often. Headhunter builds for axes. Yeah, I can sort of see that being good. Is that like one-handed axes? It ignores 9 lives? Really? That sounds disgusting. That makes you perfect against undead, so you can just build... I could do another Holy Crusader campaign and go after undead with just... if you can ignore 9 lives. Sheesh, build a whole party full of that if you want undead killers. That sounds amazing. But, yeah. But with the axe build, though, I'm assuming you're using a two-handed axe, though. One-handed axes get the really nice bonuses to hitting the head. By like 50% damage increase. So if you're building a Headhunter build, I'd probably recommend the one-handed axes. I know two-handed axes are disgustingly damaging. But one-handed axes... 20% HP fatality with a headshot. And two-handed is 40%. Oh, just to like outright kill them? Like a one-shot kill, just doesn't matter how much health they have? Is that what you're trying to say? Because that sounds stupidly, crazily disgusting. Yeah, wow, that's crazy. But yeah, one-handed axes are pretty sweet if you can build. So I'm trying to eventually get a juggler and build him as a one-handed duelist. And I want to see how effectively I can make a one-handed juggler duelist. just constantly doming people with an axe. Cargo a day southeast. Probably could take that. Heligort? Where's that? Oh, that is far away. But it goes past a citadel, so I guess we get paid to go there. It's something. We'll take it. The shop, we could sell for some cash. Oh wow, it's actually selling pretty well at the moment. Sadly, we don't have enough stuff to sell. I forgot to switch out that helmet. No, I didn't install that mod just yet. I was told on our last stream that you could definitely install a mod that gets rid of delivery quests. I did forget to do it. I should totally do that for next time. And for some of our future seasons as well. Because delivery quests are just the worst. And I'm kind of pretty much fed up with them. So, moving on. Oh, yeah, I'm very tempted to do it, and I probably should. It'll probably bring out so much more variety in the other quests. Because like 50% of the quests you find in Tier 2, and like 25% of the Tier 1s are deliveries. And the game is just so unbalanced. Yeah, it just clutters it, that's all. They say it's not the case? Really? It feels like it, man. It totally feels like it. Most of the quests I find are just deliveries. Ooh, that's a cheap greatsword. And a cheap military cleaver. Tempting, but we don't have anybody to use it. Yeah, it does feel like in Legends it's a little bit more. I'm not sure why, though. I'm not sure. Maybe it's because they played around with what constitutes a Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3. I don't know if they played with that, but weirdly enough you get the 1s and 2s for deliveries, and I don't know. There's a bunch of events that can happen with deliveries, so like if you're carrying a package, you can get like that undead quest. But I think that's also in the base game too, so I don't know. I just don't. But all I know is not the fan. Not the fan of the deliveries. Because it's just so inefficient. Yeah, having the frequency, yeah, that would be pretty good. I'd be up for that. There's a time and place for deliveries, and that is on like the first 5 to 10 days of your run. As long as your party is super cheap per day, that's when deliveries are super useful. But anytime after that, it's kind of... Oh, speak of the devil. It's just not it. Like, you're spending 2 days to get 110 bucks with 0 XP added on. For just a super basic amount of renown. For a town that's gonna like you when you're 5 days away from it. Yeah, it's like today's stream has just been full of deliveries. Couple of caravans, but sheesh. Yeah, caravans do cover the niche of going from one place to another. But I'm not ready to go 2 days, sorry. That's not it. Not keen. I am keen on getting dyes for 408 bucks, so I'll grab both of those. There's 2 sets of mushrooms in a place that's not in the swamps. Dye maker, beekeeper. Ah, because they have a mushrooms grove. That would make sense. Mushrooms for mushrooms. Yeah, I know, it's totally worth it. I've seen worse. I've seen, like, they'll pay me 150 bucks for, like, a 4-day journey, and I'm like, really? There's a reason why this quest is still on offer. No one's gonna take it. It's funny to think is why they still have those quests up there. It's probably nobody wants it. But other than that, there's not much here that we want. Food, we could actually stock up on a little bit. And go to a big city, into a big city. That sounds good. And eventually go south to sell stuff. So if we go to Weissendat, then to Grafthaven, then we can sell stuff down in the south. And then we could probably end the stream after that, possibly, depending on how time goes. We are getting close to 11:30, and I'm like, yeah, I do need some sleep. So I don't want to take it too long, and I don't want to keep you guys up for too long either. Twice a day to the east. No, that kind of takes us away from where we're going. Welcome another delivery quest. It's only 3 p.m.? Oh yeah, that's right, for the Europeans. I let you guys have the earlier stream for your time. Because if I did it for like a nighttime sort of thing, it would have been like 5 a.m. for me. And that would have been horrible. So I'm like, no, I'm sorry, I gotta do like the midday stuff for you guys. Because that would kill me. Yeah, no, the European time is not always the best for me. But it works for like the midday stuff for you guys, so hopefully that doesn't bother you guys too much. It allows you to have like a lazy, what is it, Saturday afternoon? Yeah, I think it's Saturday over there. And you guys can enjoy that. But yeah, perfect Sunday. Oh, it's Sunday at the moment? Oh, well that's easy. Yeah, it's Sunday for me and it's 11:15 at night, so... Ah, you're picking it up, aren't you, Lauren? Someone was going to eventually figure me out. Darn, I can't hide it for too long. Yeah, no, I'm not Australian born. I am Canadian. Originally Canadian. So that's why you've got an interesting accent coming out of me thinking I'm Australian. I'm a Canadian in disguise. Yeah, I've blended in over here, but I don't sound very much like them. My wife's Australian, though, and every time I try and sound Australian, she laughs at me because I don't sound anything like an Australian. It's like, "G'day, mate. How you doing, mate?" And it's just horrible. Another delivery. Yeah, there's no delivery epidemic in this game, is there? Nope. I don't see it. I don't see a delivery. If that was going to be another delivery, oh man. Oh, blending is... Yeah, it is boring. You gotta stay true to yourself. You gotta keep a bit of yourself unique. So, I like having that. Wolkstein, 2 days to the west. That's quite a long journey. I'm slightly interested, but I want us to go south. So, I'm gonna take the delivery quest. Go to Subligan. And then go south. We just, you know, if you can't beat him, join him. Take a delivery quest. Prove him wrong. Delivery quests are good. They're not. But, you know, prove him wrong. Find a location for 300. Like, that compared to a delivery quest. Why would you ever take a delivery quest? Yep. Nope. Oh boy. Southeast, yeah, let's take it. Anything interesting at this town? We could buy some dyes before we go south and make it worthwhile. We'll finish the quest first. Yeah, I might just need that. Every single delivery quest is pushing me. It's really pushing me towards, oh, that's a lot of indebted. I'd rather fight the slingers at night, though. Yeah, I don't want to fight them during the day. But every single delivery quest is pushing me closer to getting that mod. That's got an ancient legionaries and a necrosavant? What has this desert got in it? No! 5 hyenas, what? No! No! Stay away! I'll fight you at night, okay? Fight us at night, please. We're just getting mobbed. It's like stream sniped. Sheesh. Are they gonna run after us, or are they just gonna guard their slingers? I have a bad feeling they're guarding their slingers. That's some scary indebted if they're holding pitchforks. Okay. It's a little scarier than I expected. Oh, wow, that's a lot of pitchforks. The slaves are uprising, I'll tell you that. And here I thought they were just going to walk around with fists. There's a 16% to start us off. Spear, 4 pitchforks, axe, and a cleaver. 2 slingers. And there's still more we haven't seen. Interesting. How's our defenses? 46? That's pretty dodgy. Could we risk getting hit by a pitchfork? I don't want to, so I'm going to just move 1 space for the moment. I don't want to activate the pitchfork first. I want to rush them with something. I want to rush the pitchforks in the face. So let's do this. Wait. We can move there. Move there. Yeah, you can roll your 5%. Okay, next turn, we rush him as quickly as possible. And try and kill him before he can use his pitchfork. And then we rush that one. That's a risk. They're all a risk. Oh, I don't know how we can engage our pole arms very well. Unless they start swarming us, which is what I'm hoping for. We wait. We wait. Yeah, okay. Who goes first, Paul or Uber? Paul's on 33, Uber's on 34, so they're both practically the same. Technically, we have to do Uber, because they're going to get their turn first. So let's wait. Let's wait. Uber goes up. Gets a very beautiful hit. This will slow them down and make them stagger towards us, hopefully. I think I have to go for this hit. No, I don't want to break formation. I really want to, but then that's really spreading our 4 guys super thin. I'm going to have to finish our turn, sadly. They're not rushing us? Interesting. I'll put Paul up to here. Is that a good play? Yeah, it is. And we missed the 80%. That's rough. 20%, 5%, that's good. 20% misses, good. Let's wait for them to rush us. Do we rush them now with Gerhard? Technically, yes. But then technically, no. No, we should rush them. Oh boy, another 80% just gone. Getting surrounded and we're not having problems, that's very good to see. 9 turns, 10 turns. Uber's gonna kill him for sure. This one needs to die. Or not. We can just miss everything available to us. And he gets the high ground. I didn't want him to do that. Frosty gets the first kill. Those pitchforks. Rotating a slinger in to save the pitchfork. Oh, the AI. Don't ever change. Thanks, Slinger. Missing a 91. Yep, we expected that. Not bad. Nice. That gets rid of the spear user. That gets rid of that. Get some nice confidence going. We need this guy out of the way. Really? Okay. If you say so. That's like 80% already we've missed. Luckily, Frosty's onto it. Okay, we're slowly pulling through. Gerhard's getting his butt kicked by Pokies that are getting 20%. Not complaining, just saying that maybe 80% could do a little better. There we go, Uber. Let's rush this here with the... Oh, I need to get rid of this guy. $95 is a good hit. $82 or $83. Didn't make a difference because we rolled an 84. What are the chances? Poor Frosty. We're going with the whole 80% means nothing. They're picking on Gerhard so hard. We got rid of the slinger. Kind of want to get rid of him, but then... kind of need to work these guys down as well. As much as I want to kill him, he's the easier kill. And so is he. And we hit him in the head. Oh boy. Yes, Gerhard. Surviving. I don't want to jinx it. Good kill. Frosty, we might have to put you in a slight amount of danger to save people. Oh, he's still going for Gerhard. Okay, so Frosty's fine. Gotta risk Uber. Come on. Yes! Nicely done. $16 health I probably should have ditched. That would have been slightly smart. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, so close. But we survive. The slinger's gone, sadly. The only person we couldn't kill. Sheesh. These Indebted gave us a run for our money. Have you ever seen that many pitchforks on Indebted? I certainly haven't. And we get 100 XP for it. Blaze gets a level up. Congrats. We get almost all the pitchforks. That's 6 pitchforks. Wow. And 140 bucks. And we get the Nomad Sling. Jackpot for sure, but I don't think those Indebted were very, very poor to have pitchforks. Okay, let's get Blaze his level. Nice 2s. That's not too bad. I'm going to happily roll that Resolve. We're getting there. Slowly getting there. Spear Dodge gives us the ability to go for Spear Mastery, I guess. Backstabber's not bad. Glaive Slash has a 5% chance to hit. It'll keep us better in longer fights, I guess. Missing nose, yeah. Might as well grab it now. Weapon Masteries, usually you can save to later in the game, but it doesn't hurt to grab it when you get them because of that 25% less fatigue. If you're using the weapon a lot, you might as well. Because 8 fatigue times 2 is 16, recovering 15 every turn. It means you just never run out on a spear person. And that makes a big difference for long fights. So I'm not going to complain about that in the slightest. I think we should repair these pitchforks. Do we have enough? Not really that much tools. But we do have the ability to... Where is it? Salvage a bunch of crap. There we go. We will put... Yeah, we haven't had much daggers this season, have we? No. So let's put daggers on people that can use them. And salvage a bunch of the stuff we don't care about. And put a 40 helmet on there. Very nice. Nomad Sling, very happy to get that. Yeah, it looks pretty good. We still need to finish this quest, though. But it's nighttime, so... we don't want those things chasing us again. Ah, I said no! Thank you. Goodbye. Don't want to fight 5 hyenas after we just fought a fight. And thank God we have somebody who's impatient. If you struggle getting ambushed a lot in fights, I would like to introduce you to something called Impatient. Saves you from most fights in the game, because it allows you to retreat first. That's why Impatient is undervalued and is actually a very decent trait. Because look at that. We're free. We're home free. But they're probably still going to keep trying to chase us. Stop. Stop. We need to find this location of undead, which I think is up here. No, we'll find it on our own. No? Where is it? There it is. Please go away. Please go away. Good. Because those, that Necrosavant should have come from somewhere, and that was a bit further than I expected. So that quest took a little while. There are 3 Hexen killing the militia. Do we help? No. Fight your own battles, buds. That sounds horrible. But have a nice day. We're going to pick up 2 dyes and head southwards. Is that 84 bucks for a Jester hat? I'm getting that. Who needs headshots? Mr. Flail. Looking good. And technically Frosty needs headshots as well. Do we want to spend the 100 bucks? Yeah, we can do it. Frosty, you get the pink hat. There you go. It's a pinkish, rougish hat, something like that. There you go. You look fancy. And as we say goodbye to the militia, they're not going to probably beat the Hexen. Maybe, maybe not. We'll never know. But at least we didn't take part in that fight. Let's go to the south, and sadly we're pretty much up for time in the stream, so we're just going to have to finish it here. And sell as much as we can. 500? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Is Scarred vanilla? That's a good question. I don't remember seeing it in vanilla back when I played it, but in all honesty, I haven't played vanilla much in a very long time. So I don't think my word is super strong there. I'm sure a good Google search would help you find through the wiki of vanilla. I could probably do it myself after this, because I don't have my Chrome open. But no, I don't recall seeing it so much. But here we go, making up 500 bucks, that's not bad. Sadly, it's not the biggest profits, but we're back up to 2 grand, so can't complain too much. Slightly interested in some of these things, but I don't know if we desperately need them. The arena's around. We could do one of those eventually. A 3-headed flail, that's tempting, but we don't have the money. Alchemist for my favorite potion in the world, yes. I am keen, but is it a smart decision? No, it's probably too expensive for us, sadly. Sadly. Oh well. Will have to be another day for that. There's really not much else we need from here. We are out of tools, but we have a few things to salvage, so we can do that for later. Caravan Northwest. That'll get us out of here. And Nomads. Possibly a good quest. Possibly a painful one. Not sure how that's going to go. But for the moment, I think we'll have to finish it up there. I hope you guys did enjoy. And we'll save this for next time. Never a fan of Twitch. Oh, sorry, man. Unfortunately, Twitch is the only real way to do sort of gaming live streams and stuff. YouTube's not always the best for doing that kind of stuff. Sorry you missed most of it. But yeah, it's kind of a necessary thing to do Twitch. But yeah. Okay, that's alright. It's a slow process. I'm getting used to it too as well. There's a lot of stuff that Twitch has and it's very confusing. But yeah, we'll get through it together. And we'll learn along the way. I've still got lots of things to learn and get better at and improve. But it was fun having you guys around. And it was a good hangout session. We'll have to catch you in the next one. I will have to start doing a third day during the week. And I think I'll be doing maybe Tuesdays. My time, which is Tuesdays European, which is technically Mondays American. But in like the middle of the night. We'll have to see how it goes. I'll let you guys know later. But that's just speculation for the moment, depending on my schedule. But yeah, so that was a fun random start, and surprisingly, we didn't lose. Not like yesterday's stream where we lost a couple times. But yeah, thanks again for hanging out, and we'll catch us in the next one. See yous.